You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
You serious?
What's going on, everyone? It's Nita Infinity. Welcome to my channel on this Wednesday. We're going to be chilling tonight because I don't really have a guest, but we've got so much to talk about. So I was like, you know what? Let's go live. I haven't been feeling super well, and I had to cancel Toxic Ben last minute because I had an emergency on Monday. So that sucked because I was really looking forward to that show. And it's been a couple of days of struggle. Let's just say that. But things are starting to kind of get better, and I'm starting to feel better. So I figured I'd go live and talk to you guys. I haven't been live in a minute. I haven't talked to you guys about the insanity that was the debate between Biden and Trump. We got Acolyte news. We got James O'Keefe going after Disney again, which I haven't watched yet. Like I think the part 2 thing is dropped. So I'm going to watch that. We're going to watch that together. There's like Acolyte news. Like I guess the Jedi guy got naked or something, or the Sith guy or whatever. I don't know. It looks weird. I was like, what is going on? What else? There's so much going on. Obviously, like the Democrats are losing their mind about Biden. Let's talk about all that. I want to get your thoughts. Like, what do you guys think? Do you guys think that the Dems are going to stick with Biden? Do you think he's out? Is he going to like step aside? I don't know. There's so many theories going around. I watched some of the stuff with like the aftermath with I've been watching a lot of Piers Morgan lately. He had a panel with Destiny, and Destiny. I was dying because Destiny was like, if they bring out Biden in an urn, I'd still vote for him. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me, bro? Like, it was crazy. So that was funny. But there was also this other guy on there. I think he was coping and seething about Biden. So that looked cool. And of course, by the way, tomorrow is the 4th of July, which is why I wore my Captain America sparkling shirt. So thank you, Danny, for hanging out and commenting on my shirt. I would go to the Civil War mode. I mean, I could, because you guys are kind of at Civil War. But I also want to remind you guys of the good times, you know, like there is good times. There are good things happening. I mean, especially if you're a Republican right now, you're probably really happy. So let's go to the actual American colors. I think it's better to go to the American colors for 4th of July. It is happening tomorrow. What are you guys doing, Danny? You guys got plans for 4th of July? What are you guys doing? Anybody in the chat got any plans? What's up, Holocron Library Box? And by the way, Rumble Rick is in the Rumble chat because we are live on Rumble. We are live on Twitter X, and we're live on YouTube, of course. So if you're over there in any of those platforms watching, please make sure you smash the like, share the stream, all that good stuff. And even if you're on Twitter, you can press that retweet button, which apparently is going to be, what is it? Like Elon was talking about how he's going to like make it like swipe right. You know what? Let's start with that because that kind of goes into some of the topics we're going to talk about today. Let's start with that one because I thought that was dumb. Let's see. Where did that go? I have a million tabs open, guys. A million tabs. By the way, last bit of something I want to tell you. is also that we are expecting a hurricane here. We're on hurricane watch over here in Cancun. Hurricane Beryl is barreling its way towards Cancun as we speak. It hit Jamaica today at category 4. It's supposed to arrive here, I believe, Friday at like 2 or like 1 p.m. It's supposed to be about category 2. So we will see what is going on, and that'll be interesting. Well, I'm on hurricane watch for that. Let me just see if my microphone's on the right mic. Seems like it's on the right mic. Yeah, it's on the right one, but I don't know what's going on. Okay, sorry guys, I'm having some technical difficulties right now, but we're good. I'll turn it up a little bit more. But yeah, so like Elon was talking about how there's going to be like this new change to X where did he say? Hold on, let me see if I can bring up this tweet, because Elon was talking about how he's going to take away the likes and replies on Twitter, and they're going to do it so that it's like this. Kind of like Instagram, I guess. Like Instagram and like what are those dating apps like Tinder and whatever, like, I don't know, those swipe apps. I don't know which ones those are. But so this is it. It says preview without any like or repost button. This guy here. So he apparently this is in the works. If my internet actually wants to work. Well, Twitter, I should say. Is it going to work? Wow. Oh, it's working. Okay, here we go. So there you go. Like it scrolls, as you guys can see, it doesn't have any likes or replies on there. He's just scrolling through it in this video, and then Elon was like, "It's awesome," and everyone's like, "It's not awesome. That's not nobody likes this, Elon." This is hold on. So then Elon was like, "It's awesome. Just swipe left to like or right to reply." And like literally everyone's like, "Bro, look, he's gotten like 3K comments on here, 2K likes. He got ratioed on here. People are telling him like, no, like don't do that." "No, please don't do this, Elon," Savannah says. "No one's on board with this. And if you don't agree, host a poll." I don't think there's been a poll so far. So that's what's going on there. What a weird thing to do. I feel like this, like, isn't there better things to do on X, like as a platform, like getting rid of bots and all sorts of shit, instead of like, oh, let's spend money on getting rid of like the likes and replies? Like, what is the point of that? It's really weird. What a weird thing to do. Has there been polls? I don't know. I haven't seen one. I can tell you that. I just keep seeing like Elon like coping about how everyone's telling him this sucks. And he's like, "No, it's awesome." It's like, what? No, it's not. Someone's here. Thanks for being a member for 16 months. Says, "Hi, Nina. You looking beautiful tonight, and be safe if the hurricane comes your way." Thank you, someone. I am praying that we'll be okay. I have a generator. I gotten all my like the what's it called, flashlights and stuff charged. I got some candles here and there, but I have so many flashlights that I feel like I'm not gonna need candles, hopefully. But just in case, like, we're prepped. We're prepped. We got more water, all of the things. It's just it's a little nerve-wracking. But yeah, what's up, Spike and Madness? How you doing? I didn't recognize you because you changed your photo again. You got a little meaty little meaty spike. That's cute. So yeah, I don't understand why Elon wants to do that. Why does Elon want to turn Twitter into Tinder? I don't understand. By the way, did you guys hear that Elon had like a baby like a week ago, like 2 weeks ago or something? He's had a new baby. Like I didn't even hear about this. Elon Musk has like 12 kids now. There's this article here. I don't know. Randomly, I remembered that apparently Elon Musk has had a new baby. This guy keeps procreating. Meet Siobhan Zillis, mother of Elon Musk's 12th child. Know her Indian connection. What? What is this? What is this article? Her Indian connection? Okay. I know she works for SpaceX. I think she works for SpaceX. Her relationship and her she works in Neuralink. She works in Neuralink. Sorry. She was born in Canada to an Indian mother and has spoke openly about her mixed heritage. Interesting. I had no idea. But yeah, so apparently Elon has a new baby. His 12th baby. This guy just keeps, planting seeds everywhere. Her Indian connection. It's like, what? I know. He does have like a litter. He has a litter. He really does. Didn't one of them disown him though? I heard one of them like turned trans and was like, I'm not a Musk. I'm out. I'm out on being a Musk. I hope he can afford the diapers, LOL. The funny part, Dana, is apparently some of his kids, or I don't know, a few of them, I've heard things that like he has to like abide by the child support laws in Texas or something, which only like makes him pay like $2,500 a month or something like that per kid. And it's like for Elon Musk, that's like nothing. So it's like, I don't know. It's weird. Elon is weird. Elon's, as intelligent and interesting of a person he is in his work life, I feel like his family life is not quite, there. Like, for all the things we talk about, like having a nuclear family and like all that kind of stuff, this dude's like planting a seed and like all these different women and then just like leaving. I don't think he's very active in a lot of his kids' lives. So it's just funny. And then he keeps telling people like, have more kids. And I'm like, yeah, like, I mean, it's funny to kind of have that stance and be like, have more kids and be an absentee father. Like, I don't know. It's weird to me. I feel like that's not a really good message to send because it's like if Elon had 12 kids with one woman, that would be one thing. But he has had kids with multiple women. So it's just funny. It's funny that way to me. You guys are great in the chat. Your comments are always crack me up. Okay. We got to talk about the debate. My God, what was that? I don't even know. Like, where do you even start? Because that was a shit show, guys. That was a damn shit show. So that night, I gotta tell you, my mentality was, you know what? I'm not gonna watch the debate. At first, I was like, I'm not gonna watch this because CNN had said that they're gonna have all these rules. They're gonna mute the mics. They're gonna have a timed thing. Blah blah blah. It all sounded like it was going to go against Trump, and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be very fair. This seems like it's something that. It just seems like something that is going to be not very fair, and CNN is just going to cover for Biden, and and all that kind of stuff. So I was like, this is going to probably be boring. So I decided not to watch it. And then I was like, you know what? On the night, because I guess I don't know. I guess I'm a political masochist. Is that the word? I like watching fucking trash fires, except for when it comes to Disney Star Wars. I was like, you know what? Maybe I will watch it at least for like 5 minutes. You know, just to see how they start. Let's see the first question. Let's just see what it's like. So I turned it on, and I was like you know, waiting, and then freaking Biden comes on. That's like the first shot they showed was Biden walking on the stage, and dude is like this. He's like, ugh. He looked like a zombie. Like I was like, what is happening with this dude's face? Like he's like, and I was like, holy shit. I mean, is that what it is? Sadist? Okay, I'm a sadist. I'm a sadist. I'm a political sadist. Is what I meant to say. So then he just comes out and he's just like, ugh, like he's like a freaking zombie. So I'm like, okay, this is not gonna be good. And then they start talking, and I was like, oh my god, this is a fucking shit show. And I felt exactly like kind of like Piers Morgan did. Honestly, like half the time I didn't understand what Biden was talking about. I mean, that's basically anytime Biden's on television, most people have no idea what he's saying. There's too many gaffes. That night was just gaff after gaff after gaff. I mean, it was wild. I couldn't believe how badly it went. I really did think that CNN was going to run cover a lot more, and then they didn't. Here's a little bit of Alex Jones. Alex Jones posted this. Let's see what this is. It says video, anything you put on a teleprompter, Joe will read it. Okay, let's watch this.
That the percentage of women who register to vote and cast a ballot is consistently higher than the percentage of the men who do so. End of quote. Repeat the line.
Damn it! For the last time, anything you put on that prompter, Joe Biden will read.
I dissent. End of quote. 4 more years. Pause. 4 more years.
Oh my god. Wait, was that slowed down? Oh my god. 4 more years. Pause. Wow.
Pause.
4 more years.
Oh boy. 4 more years. 4 more years. Oh boy. Oh my god. Oh my god, it's bad. It's very, very bad. Wait, what? Hang on, guys. Russell Hall is on Rumble. He says, why have you blocked Russell Hall on YouTube? I have not blocked Russell Hall on YouTube. That is a damnable lie, Russell. That is a damnable lie. Let me see. I'm going to go look at it right now. Thanks for the $1 over on Rumble. Let me see. This is going to take a minute, though. I'm sorry. You've been blocked. Have I? Oh, no. Who canceled Russell? Who canceled Russell Hall? Am I even going to be able to figure this out right now? Hold on. Settings. I apologize to the viewers who are going to have to wait for this. I think it goes to channel. God, I don't remember how you do this. I think it was like the dashboard. No, it's customizations. No. Oh boy. I have no idea how you do this. Oh no. We gotta fix it. Oh my god. I have like I think I found it, but I have like a million people blocked on this. How am I supposed to find Russell Hall? Let's see. Russell Hall. It doesn't even tell you Like it doesn't even tell you like alphabetically or anything. I have to look for one of your your name's not even gonna come up because you always have weird names, Russell. I don't know which your account would have been hidden under. I'm like looking right now and I can't find it. Let's see. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't see it. Yikes. Maybe one of my mods accidentally blocked you. I don't know. People are saying, no, Russell Hall, please, what a loser. No, Russell adds to the show, guys. Russell has weird points of views, but I like talking to him. He's weird. And he makes really weird names. Oh my God. There's so many names in here. So many black people. Why are your names always so weird? Russell Hall. Where are you, Russell Hall? Okay, well, Russell, I'm going to have to probably look into this later, buddy, because I can't find it. I know he's saying free Russell Hall over on Rumble. Why would anybody block Russell? Why do you keep changing your name, Russell? I don't even know which one your name would be under. Would it be Russell Hall? Is it your main account? I don't know what it would be under. It's not on Rumble, Cocktail. It's on YouTube. It's on YouTube that this is happening on. Yeah, sorry. I have no idea. Somebody must have blocked you. That is really weird. Who blocked Russell? Russell's an annoying troll. Look for the mustache, Nina. I was looking. I couldn't find it. There's way too many names. And all the little icons are like this small. So you cannot see it. It's too many. There's too many. That sucks. I'm sorry, Russell. You must have said something really inappropriate. Oh, that's funny. It's a little funny. What's his name on Rumble? His name on Rumble is Russell Hall 480869. He's Rumble ranting again over there. Russell Hall is the duck goes quack quack. Don't ask. Oh, okay. So your name's like the duck goes quack quack. That is probably why I couldn't find, because I was probably looking for Russell Hall. What the hell, Russell? What is that? The duck goes quack quack. You know who's a quack? You, for naming yourself that. What is happening? The duck goes quack quack. Okay, I'm gonna look one more time. If I find it immediately, great. If not, then you're just gonna have to wait. Where did I go? Settings, community. Okay, here we go. The duck goes quack quack. I don't have a producer, Russell. I'm doing this all myself. The duck goes quack quack. What a weird name. The duck goes quack quack. The duck goes quack quack. Why don't they at least have something on YouTube that you can look this up easier? God, that's terrible. What a terrible system YouTube has for blocking people and then unblocking people. You could have like thousands of names on here. And it's that, you know, and then good luck finding that. You can't even like press like a letter and then go to the letter that you want. This is like the most terrible system. Let's see. The duck goes quack quack. I still haven't seen a duck one. I see a Russell T. Shackelford. The duck goes quack quack. There's a lot of Viva haters. I don't know why. Like some guy's name is like Viva Fries Justin Trudeau's wine bitch. Like what the fuck? What the hell? These are weird names. So many of these accounts have the weirdest names. I don't see it. There's too many. They're all merging together. The duck goes quack, quack. Oh my God, there's so many names. The duck goes quack, quack. I can't find it. You have been, I don't know where you are. Yikes. Yikes. Okay, you know what? Let me see if I can find it like this. Russell. I can put you, let's see if I can make you a mod. Russell Hall. Russell Hall. Can I make you a mod? I don't think I can make you a mod. Okay, no, that didn't work. I'll have to figure it out later. Sorry, buddy. Justin Martins is here. Says, hi, Nina. Hi, hello. You're not banned. Hi. Hello. Okay. All right. Moving on. Thanks for being a member for 2 months, Justin. Don't make him a mod. No. I was trying to see if I can at least track him down. But yeah, they basically are like I mean, there's a lot of sex bots in there, especially from like back in the day. But it's weird. It's weird. All right. Let's move on to the rest of the show. Because Russell totally derailed the entire show. This came out today. This says brutal if he's awake. Apparently, a reporter torches Biden today. There's been a lot of torching of Biden going on recently.
And we would invite the president to come here and tell us the correct.
Let's see what she has to say. Oh no, why is that happening?
Noted, Kelly.
But he's awake.
That's inappropriate. As you heard from your colleague, the president of the WHA, that's inappropriate. Thank you, Kelly.
Oh my
we would
God!
invite the president to come here and tell us that correctly. Noted, Kelly.
But he's awake.
That's inappropriate. As you heard from your colleague, the president of the WHA, that's inappropriate. Thank you, Kelly. And we would invite the president to come here and tell us that correctly.
Oh boy,
Kelly.
they don't like
But
him
he's awake.
anymore. Oh boy.
That's inappropriate. As you heard from your
Oh my God. I've heard there's a lot of coping and seething going on, guys, with the Dems. The Dems are coping and seething. And it's been funny to watch. Tommy's been a member for 15 months. Holy shit. Playing Baldur's Gate at the moment. Hope you are well. Hail chat smoochies. XOXO Tomby. Yeah, I'm doing better today. Thank you, bud. It's been a weird time. I know. Like there was some dude, somebody in the crowd was like, "That's inappropriate." Oh, she's the worst, isn't she? That woman. And then Russell wants to say something else. Russell for $1 says, "I'm the one with Gates McFadden in the white coat holding a speculum." I'm telling you, Russell, your name and your icon is like this small when I'm looking at it, so I can't even see the things. I couldn't see it. I'll try and remember this. Yeah, I'm going to take a screenshot of this thing that you said, this super chat, and I'll try and go through it again after the chat. But I guess you pissed off one of my mods, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. Wow, you really don't like Russell. You know, at least there's a guy that says Russell Hall is my hero. His name is Russell Hall is my hero. Okay, let's keep going with this. Oh, this is what Fauci had to say about Biden's performance the other night, guys. Because, okay, like I said, there's been a lot of coping and seething going on. And some of the Democrats are, you know, kind of seething, but not so much coping because they're like, we need someone else. Like, get him the fuck out. Like, we need somebody else. This is crazy. I can't believe he's like, you know, just basically senile Joe. People are throwing him under the bus. A lot of the media has been throwing him under the bus. But then here comes Fauci and makes excuses for Biden. Here we go. That's what he had to say.
It just looked like a bad night because my interaction with him was what I described in the book.
It just looked like a bad night, guys. It was a bad night. A bad night. Bro's been having a bad night for like 5 years. It's like every day there's a gaffe. Every day somebody has to help him off the stage because he has no idea where he's going or where he is half the time. Half the time, he's like freaking lost. He doesn't even know his own name. He's pooping his pants, for fuck's sakes. I mean, like, people have been talking about how this guy's pooped his pants in front of the goddamn Pope. It's not, I mean, this is so crazy that this is a cope. This is definitely a cope. Like you know, it was just a bad night, guys. It's just a bad night.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept
What you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. My God, the amount of cope.
Book and what happened even subsequent to what I described in the book after I got out. You know, he's very probing in his questions, very analytical, very calm about things. When you go into brief him, Major, you better really know your topic because he's going to ask you very relevant questions.
Look at this guy's face. This guy's face is like, are you fucking for real, bro? Like, are you sitting there and telling me that with a straight face? This dude in his head, he's like,
You serious?
like, what the fuck?
And he's very reflective on things and just doesn't jump out with conclusions or anything, but is very analytic. So my interactions with him, I have to say, have been very, very positive.
Did you see the debate? Did anything?
Did you see the debate? Look at this guy's face. He's very concerned. I mean, this guy's supposed to be a doctor. He's supposed to be an expert. He's supposed to be able to tell if there's something wrong with you. God, this is, I mean, it's just a bad night, guys. It's just a bad night.
Did anything about that, what you saw, medically alarm you?
You know, I can't say. I think it would be inappropriate to say that, Major, because when you're just looking at someone on a one-shot basis, you just don't know what could happen. Did he have a bad...
I mean, this dude had no problem telling the entire world to put on, like, multiple masks. Didn't he tell people to put on 2 condoms during AIDS? Wasn't that a thing? Like,
bad cold. You know, did he take an antihistamine to make him, you know, groggy or what have you?
An antihistamine to make him groggy? Bro, he's senile. He's got dementia. If you're groggy, you don't forget your own name. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
We don't know what went on, and I think it would be unfair and inappropriate to try and diagnose something from just a 90-minute clip.
Diagnose something from the 90-minute clip? Bro, how about the last 5 years? Can you make a diagnosis based on that? Mind you, I don't even think I would trust any diagnosis fucking Fauci had to come up with. He would just come up with some random bullshit that wouldn't even make any sense. God, that guy's such a piece of shit. I hope he gets arrested. I really do. I really do, guys. Here is one of the funniest memes I've seen so far about the debate. Because what the hell is going on with Biden, by the way? Why is he turning orange? This is so great. Kramer, what's going on in there? 2024 elections, Jerry. That's good. That's good. There's so much orange. It's Orange Man versus Orange Pop. In all seriousness, though, why is Biden turning orange? Here is the actual orange photo. Like, what is going on with Biden's face? This guy says Joe's skin is now darker than both the black women in this video. What is going on? Spray tan. Well, I guess they put a spray tan on him because he looks like a fucking goddamn corpse. So they're like, we need some color. Like this guy's got a goddamn, he looks like a freaking corpse. My God. David for $10 says, I'd recommend my favorite show, Seinfeld, but I know you've seen it. I love Seinfeld. Look, it's Kramer. It's Kramer right here. David, did you see the final season of Curb Your Enthusiasm? It was really good. Big nod to Seinfeld on that one. If you haven't seen it, you got to make sure you check it out. So here's that video, by the way. Let's all cringe. Get ready. Get ready for the absolute cringe that's about to go down right here. This is the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, there's so many of these. Like, there's so many bad videos. Every day is something new. Every day. Every day. Like, what? This was terrible. Why is this not? Twitter is like, see, this is what I'm talking about, Elon. You need to figure out how to make the video play the first time, not swipe left and, reply and blah, blah, blah. Like, how about you fix your video player? Like that would be nice. No? Good Lord. I know my internet's fine. It's always Twitter now. Twitter just does this. Like, can't watch anything on here.
No, Taraji. Now, I wouldn't.
It's so annoying. It's so annoying.
No, Taraji. Now, I wouldn't do that, especially not to a fellow bison. The real HU, So what's on your mind?
Oh, Madam VP Harris, I'm worried about the election. Women's reproductive rights are on the line. Our Supreme Court is on the line. Our basic freedoms are being tested, Madam VP. I know you've been traveling across the country. What are you hearing?
Yeah, girl, I'm out here in these streets. And let me tell you, you're right, Taraji. There is so much at stake in this moment.
I'm out here in these streets. Girl, we know you came up from the streets. We know you came up from being on your knees, girl. Everybody knows you came from the streets, Kamala. Right to the White House. Everybody knows.
The majority of us believe in freedom and equality. But these extremists, as they say, they're not like us.
They not like us, guys. These extremists, that's you. You extremists out there. That's right. I'm looking at you, Phil TMNT. That's right. That's right. You extremists. By the way, the same extremists that she's talking about right here are the same ones that are review bombing the Acolyte. That's right, Marilyn. Talking to you, you extremists. Calling you out. Calling you out.
Full-on attack on our fundamental freedoms. The freedom to vote.
Yep.
The freedom to love who you love. The freedom to be safe from gun violence. The freedom for a woman to make decisions about her own body, not having her government tell her what to do.
God,
No, Taraji.
The
Now,
amount
I
of
wouldn't.
talking points that they just like spew is like so gross. Like everyone's heard this shit. We all know you're all disgusting. This has nothing to do with body autonomy though, because remember when the vax was around? Remember when COVID was around? Nobody had body autonomy then. Nobody. Like we tell you what to do and you do it, and if you don't. Well, you're not going to have a job. Remember that? Just a couple of years ago, guys. Or have we forgotten? It seems like everybody forgets a lot of things. But some people haven't forgotten. People like this individual right here who has not forgotten the dark times. COVID. In fact, COVID is still there. Meet Diana, who decided to shave her head to make it easier for herself for her journey with #long COVID and the #NECFS. Many people are struggling with this disease. Choose to do this if bedbound for extended periods of time, like Diana has been. Hopefully, she can avoid crashes and reduce the amount of energy it takes to wash and maintain her hair every week. Millions of people are suffering from this disease. Kyle, Diana's husband. Kyle and Diana decided to upload this very cringe video on X, Twitter, Twix. God, this is annoying. Where he's shaving her head for her. Why is this so annoying? Can someone explain what is happening to Twitter and why it's so annoying? It's because I dissed Elon, isn't it? Elon's just like, bro, you're not gonna have any bandwidth now. Why can't I play this head shaving video? It's very annoying. It just won't play. Maybe that's for the best. I want to forget the pandemic. Well, a lot of people have, Phil. A lot of people have. Oh, here we go. It started. After 2 years in bed with long COVID, guys, she decided to shave her head. This poor woman, guys, she's been suffering with long COVID. Gotta feel for her, man. Like, the amount of, what's the word I'm looking for? That's right, mental illness. The amount of mental illness that happened is
You're hardcore. You need some
it's pretty fucked up. Yeah, she's crying. She's bawling. She's bawling her eyes out while her husband shaves her head.
All right, shall we?
Because people are and people were like saying like this is like stolen valor from like cancer patients. Which it kind of is, because it's like, why are you doing this? Like you don't have cancer. Like you don't have cancer, bro.
There we go.
She's got long COVID, apparently. I don't know. Maybe she's just lazy, doesn't want to get out of bed, wash her hair. She didn't even have that much hair to begin with. Why is this so annoying? I don't understand.
Okay.
She got it in July 2022. Look, she's bawling her eyes out. Look, guys. Long COVID.
A really good decision.
Long COVID, guys. Why? Why? Craig Morning, thank you for the $10. Says more women have died from violence in 2022, 2,200 that have died from pregnancy, birth-related issues in 10 years nationwide. If Dems cared about women, they'd stop setting violent criminals free. You know what, Craig? That's a really good point. That's a really good fucking point. While we're at it, let's bring back mental asylums so that we can send fucking crazy people there that are constantly doing crazy shit. Like stabbing people and shit in the streets. Okay. Thanks for clarifying that. That makes sense. Yeah. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on. I mean, you guys have some crazy people out there in the streets. A lot of people coming over the border, not mentally well. Your own people not mentally well, because I mean, there's a lot of people in California just not mentally well. People are killing each other. People thinking all sorts of stuff. Like, I like one day I'm gonna wake up and I identify as a turtle. And then you just gonna have to go along with it, because that's just the way this world goes. That's just the way it is. Some things will never change. Speaking of Biden, this is another teleprompter error that happened. If YouTube wants or Twitter wants to work. This was, I believe, the day after the debate. Let's see if it works. Man, it's not working at all. Why are you giving me so many problems today? Twitter doesn't want to work.
We've invested billions to enhance our
Here, let me pause it for a second.
power grid, expand energy shortages so that lights, air conditioning, refrigeration, internet stay on during heat waves, storms, and other climate changes.
Damn.
We've invested billions to enhance our power grid, expand energy shortages so that lights, air conditioning, refrigeration, internet
billions,
stay
guys.
on during heat waves, storms, and other climate changes.
I actually think he accidentally told the truth there. I think they have spent billions on this shit. They have spent billions on this shit. I think he accidentally told the truth. It's kind of crazy. Hang on the comments. This guy says, "Why does this keep happening?" Let's see. What does he mean? Let's see. I love how some of the YouTube or Twitter comments are like video response. Why does this keep happening? Oh my God, he thinks there's somebody there and there's nobody there. This is what I'm talking about, guys. This is when Fauci was like, that was just like the 90 minutes, guys. It's just 90 minutes. You're just having an off night, guys. Is this another off night, Mr. Fauci? I'm not even going to call you a fucking doctor because you're like a goddamn doctor quack. Doctor fucking goddamn... The guy from The Simpsons, what's his name? Hi, Dr. Nick. Dr. Nick Riviera. Is this what's going on? Is he on NyQuil right now, bro? Is that what's going on? Like, is he on freaking Dayquil? Has he got some antihistamine running through those veins that he can't fucking see anybody on this goddamn stage and he's just running towards them? Is that what that off night is about? Because this happens all the fucking time. It's not just once. It's not just twice. It's literally all the time. Have you guys checked out? I mean, if you haven't, you really should. You guys know I do a show with a very, very good friend of mine. His name is John Talks. He has a channel called John Talks, and he got demonetized on there, but he also has John Talks too now that he uploads on quite a bit. I mean, we can go, you know what? Let's go to his channel. Let's go to his channel. Because for the past few years, and you know what's funny is right when Biden got elected, John and I could have had a conversation. He was like, you know what? I think my channel is going to be over. I was like, what are you talking about, bro? Your channel is going to do better than ever now that Biden's president because he's going to have a gaffe every night. You can make fun of him. And you know what John did? And for the past God knows how long, he's been uploading just, I mean, gaffe after gaffe after gaffe. I mean, most of his stuff that you see, like this is his old channel, like the first one, but most of it is like, you know, with Biden's pictures or whatever. It has to do with something to do with Biden. I mean, it's been a long time. Look at this. Look at this. This is from 4 months ago. Trump makes America great and Biden arrives 1 year too late. Like this has been going on for a long time. This is from 4 months ago. Let's go down the list here. Let's see if we can find one. Look at this. Biden's confused 4 months ago. Let's see. What is this video? Let's have a watch.
And I don't want to choose my words. There's some movement. There's
Is this
been
an off night?
a response from there's been a response from the opposition, but yes, I'm sorry, from Hamas. But it seems to be a little over the top. We're not sure where it is.
I love John. His videos are so great. There's so many. 81 million votes, he says here. Let's see. 81 million votes. What happened with Biden? He met hospital workers in Las Vegas, Nevada primary.
We have the best economy in the world. Inflation is coming down. It's still too expensive. Too much is expense, and a little bit of corporate greed going on too. There's a little article written. You ought to.
It's an off night, guys.
Get your connection to it. It's called. There's about what's happened with the Snickers bars. Yeah. Snickers bars, you know that candy? Well, they haven't raised the price of Snickers bar. They just took 10% of it out.
My God, man. My God. Look, look, it's just an off night, guys. It's just an off night. It hasn't been the same goddamn thing for the last 5 fucking years. I mean, I could go on. I mean, you could go on. It's been I'm telling you, this guy, he built a channel on fucking Biden gaffes. Okay? It's next level. And I'm good for him, good for John. I love it. But it's literally that. Like, he's literally documented. John has documented Biden's absolute decline mentally for the past 5 years. It's not a joke. I mean, he's been declining forever. And then all of a sudden, this debate thing happens. And then all the Democrats are like, just like, what? It's an off night, guys. What? What do you mean? I thought he was okay. We believe the White House when he said they were okay. Everything you're saying is okay. Bro, do you not have eyes? Like, have you not seen what this dude has been doing for the past God knows how long? It's absolutely fucking crazy to me that all of a sudden they're all like, what? There's something wrong with Biden? I mean, it kind of feels a little psyop-y, doesn't it? It's like, have we all just been like the Democrats? I mean, especially the media. Like, have they all just been like? I mean, I don't know what this is. Like, can they just not deny it anymore? Like, was it so present that night that there's just no denying it at this point? Because they've been in denial for so long. So I don't really know, like, how do you go on? It's really weird. Craig Morning, thank you for the $5. Says it's not an off night. Biden, a superhero and a karate chopping all the ghosts trying to destroy America. Thanks for your service, Joe. Yeah, like every time he sees a ghost on a stage, that's exactly what's going on, Craig. You know it. You know it. They've been covering for him, now they no longer need him. Is that what's going on? Is that where we're at? I heard today that Barack Obama, he went and talked to the Bidens, trying to put some sense into Joe and Jill, and tell them to step down. Joe, I think it's time for you to step down. But the reality is that nobody wants, I mean, especially Kamala Harris, to step up. I mean, I don't know what happens if he does step down. I think Kamala would have to step down too, because it would be like they're the team, right? Like they're I don't know how that would work. If he steps down, who's stepping up? Like, is it going to be Big Mike? Who's going to be stepping up? And nobody likes Kamala Harris. And I saw her trending today, but everybody hates her. So I just don't see her being someone people can appreciate. Here is a video. This guy says, nothing will ever stop the coconut tree, but this is my second favorite Kamala video. So this is Kamala just being Kamala. I mean, I feel like she's a little drunk in this video. What do you guys think? Do you guys think she's drunk?
It's getting the first turkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's being delivered
And so
tomorrow.
just 1 minute out. I have 1 minute.
Yeah.
Kosher salt, fresh ground pepper, maybe chop up a little thyme, and then you can mix it even with. Okay, so do the salt and pepper all over it, like lather that baby up.
Just lather that baby
On
up.
the outside in the cavity. You could also chop up, but not with the thyme, just the salt and pepper.
Mm-hmm.
Mix that up also with some thyme. You could even do a little rosemary if you want, under the skin with some butter before you're gonna cook it.
Uh-huh.
So that
She's telling this guy how to make turkey. Oh no, why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? Also, Kamala girl,
that butter will just melt in there. And then get a
Something
nice
like that.
bottle of cheap white wine to baste with butter. Yes, hi.
Okay.
Yes. It's getting a fresh turkey?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's being delivered
And so
tomorrow.
just little 1 minute out. I have 1 minute.
Yeah.
I tell you one
Kosher
thing.
salt.
As a woman, when you're a little girl, the first thing that you get taught is if you're wearing a tight skirt like this or dress, you got to cross your legs, girl. I mean, I don't know what the hell's going on over here, but my God, like right now, as I'm sitting, I mean, I don't know if you guys believe me. You probably don't, but I'm sitting with crossed legs because that's how ladies sit. We cross our goddamn legs. It's just the way it is. But not Kamala, though.
Fresh ground pepper.
Kamala comes from the streets, guys, where girls aren't taught to close their legs. But, you know, can't really judge that because Kamala Harris became freaking vice president by not crossing her legs. So that's kind of wild. I think she's kind of drunk, though. Maybe she's a little high there. Maybe a little bit of the ganja. You know that ganja? Do you guys think I could do the Kamala Harris laugh? The cackle? I can't even do it. She's terrible. I was waiting halfway, like just for her to like cackle a little bit on that last one. Oh my God, I just saw a video actually of her, and somebody had compiled the fucking somebody had compiled her cackle. Do we want to watch that? Do we want to watch a compilation of cackling Kamala? I think the entire chat's probably going to be like, no, why? Why are you doing this to us? She's so cringe. Hold on, let's see if I can get this video. We're going to watch her goddamn cackle. You're not stoned enough for that. I know, it's true. No, don't lower yourself. What, doing the Kamala cackle? I tried. Well, here we go. Here is a compilation of Kamala Harris's lovely laughter. God, she's so cringe.
Witness this as I write about in the book, you know, from my stroller's eye view. And there's a funny family story about how, so my mother's marching with the extended family. I talk about like Aunt Mary and Uncle Freddie in the book. And she would tell the story about how, so they're marching. And this is back when strollers didn't really have armrests and seatbelts. So they're marching away and, you know, shouting and all of that. And then I think it was my Uncle Freddie, you know, looked down and looked at the stroller, which was empty.
Oh,
and
God.
said, "Where's Kamala?"
Oh, no, wait. Okay, this isn't the compilation. This is the story she stole from MLK. This is a story by Kamala as a distinction of being the cringiest story ever told. And the worst part is that the story isn't even her. She stole it from MLK Jr. She might actually be a perfect replacement for Biden.
It left me like a block behind. I'd fallen out the stroller. There you go.
Oh,
and then my mother would tell a funny story about how, like one day and I was fussing and you know, and so I'm fussing and fussing. It's much cuter when she would tell the story, but she'd say, so then she would look down at me and Kamala, what do you want? What do you want? And I looked back up at her and I said, freedom.
Oh, God. She's the worst. Nobody wants her. Nobody wants her. Everybody hates her. Why, Nina? Why? I don't know. Why did you guys pick her? Ask yourself. Ask yourself the whys. It's bad. Everybody hates her. Nobody likes her. So let's get serious. Let's get serious. There's a problem. Americans have a problem. Who are they going to find to replace Joe Biden? I honestly think that they're not going to replace Joe Biden. I think that they're going to go with Joe. I think they're going to go with Joe for a minute, for like a very brief minute. I thought maybe, just maybe, they might switch to Gavin Newsom. But I think they're going to go with Joe. I think they're going to ride this one on Joe. I don't know. Who do you guys think? Do you guys think they're going to go with Gavin Newsom? Oh, I did see one really funny theory, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Wait, what is this? I just opened Twitter, and the first thing I saw says Netflix co-founder Reed Hastings says Joe Biden needs to step aside to beat Trump. This is the first thing that I just saw when I opened Twitter. Let's see this headline. This is funny. From Variety. Netflix co-founder and executive chairman Reed Hastings has joined the growing number of Democrats publicly urging Joe Biden to step down as the party's 2024 nominee for president. Biden is seeking re-election, but his disastrous performance at the first presidential debate against Donald Trump has led some Democrats, yes, some Democrats, not all, because some of them are
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yeah.
they're coping and seething. It's so great. And some Democrats to insist he step down, as they believe the only way they can their party can beat Trump. Biden needs to step aside to allow a vigorous Democratic leader to beat Trump and keep us safe and prosperous, Hastings said in an email to the New York Times. This guy's a Netflix co-founder? I didn't know that. So there you go. That's the first thing that popped up. Now, I wanted to show you this other guy. Hold on. Let me see. I gotta bring up this thing. Now, this dude, Dom Lucre, I think that's how you pronounce it, Dom Lucre. I feel like he's kind of like the black Ian Miles Chung, because he'll just like make up random shit on Twitter. And also he'll like steal people's tweets and like anything really. And then he'll like just like watermark it, and he'll be like, Dom Lucre, like watermarked on like somebody else's photo, and be like, yeah, this is mine. And then he'll be like, breaking news. This dude's a fucking weirdo. But he's got a massive account. And so the other day, he tweeted out, breaking exclusive. I've been given confirmation from an internal source that Arizona Democrat Senator Mark Kelly has been approached by the DNC to step up for President Biden, and he has their support. I understand how crazy this sounds. I wouldn't post this unless it came from a very close source. This update came at an end of last night. Mark has served the country in the U.S. Navy combat pilot and NASA astronaut. I will keep everyone updated on this progress. Has there been an update? Of course, I said source. Trust me, bro, because it is. This is what Dom does. Like, he'll just make up some random shit and be like, "Trust me, bro. I got it. I heard it from like the source, bro. Like the source really close to like whatever's going on told me this," and then like nothing will happen. I don't think this guy's gonna be the next president of the United States. I'm just saying. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of bullshit on this one, but I don't know. Maybe I'll be proven wrong. Do you guys think this dude is gonna be the new president if Biden steps down? I can tell you this: as I was scrolling through these replies, a lot of people seem to think that this guy is a piece of shit. Kind of like the way people in California feel about about Gavin Newsom. I personally didn't know anything about him, but apparently he's the Arizona governor, and people don't seem to like him at all. I mean, I don't know what's going on, but everybody seems to hate this guy. Please let this happen. They'll just see how terrible he really is. Let's see. Another white man, LOL. That's funny. Mark Kelly, you say? I guess he can at least read a teleprompter. Oh, that's high hopes there. High hopes from the Democrats that the presidential candidate will be able to at least read a fucking goddamn teleprompter. This guy's a turd too. I don't know what's going on with this guy. I honestly have no idea. I'm not very familiar with Arizona, but people don't seem to like this guy at all. Do we have any people? Do we have any Arizona? What is it? Arizonans? Arizonanians? Do we have anyone from Arizona in the chat? Can you let us know what you think of this dude? Is he good? Is he a good call? It seems like a lot of people don't like. But I guess we'll just have to see. Who do you guys think? Do you think? Oh. Hold on a second. Ooh, we've got a development. And what's going on with Russell Hall? Darren says, Nina, I think Russell's account got hit from a higher authority. I've gone back in some of your old stream, and it looks like he has been struck out of time. No comments recorded. Ooh. Well, there you go, Russell. Yikes. I don't know what to say. Razor Fist is an Arizonian. Arizona Dems are especially dirty. Ouch. Yo, Russell Gate. What happened to Russell? Your average Patriot nerd says, I have no idea who he is. Well, I knew him from like his astronaut days, but I didn't even know he was the governor of Arizona right now. Like, I knew who he was. He's famous. It's John Kelly. Like, he's pretty famous. That's that shit. Didn't he go to the moon or something? I don't know. But I just don't know anything about his political aspirations. Like, I had no idea. I had no idea about his political life. I thought that was interesting. He's an NASA astronaut. I mean, I called him John Kelly. I meant Mark Kelly. Russell is Q. QAnon. Russell is QAnon. Oh, is that why he's been banned? Ew. Yikes. Okay, let's see. There was something else. Oh, this was hilarious. I'm trying to get rid of all the Biden and Trump stuff before we move to the Disney stuff, because I still have to talk to you guys about Disney. This was funny. Here's Laura Loomer, Trump's fucking major groupie chick. She's coming in hot. She's like, watch. The degenerate Hawk Tua girl, whose real name is Haley Welsh, is anti-Trump. In her first interview since going viral, she was asked about Donald Trump. She said, it's a no from me. Stop giving skanks attention. This girl was made famous for talking about spitting on a penis during oral sex. She's not to be taken seriously. No self-respecting woman goes around talking about spitting on penises. She's clearly a moron and behaves like white trash. Typical Biden supporter. Next. You guys want to hear what she actually said? This is funny. God, Freaking Laura Loomer, man. I swear to God. She like
I have
have a personality other than Trump's fangirl. Like, God damn, Laura. Like, get a personality.
I have a game that I want to play with you guys.
That makes me
It's,
nervous.
no, it's not that scary, I promise. It's called Huck to or Nah. And you tell me if you want to hook to on that thing or no.
Okay.
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 I think you might. Are you into like older guys?
For sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, my phone's not loading. All right, ready? Come on. Oh, just a hook?
I'll give him a hawk. I'll give him a hawk.
Okay, beautiful. There you go, Dave. You got a hook. Donald Trump.
No, absolutely not.
No.
It's a no from me.
Okay, no.
That's all she
I
said.
have
She
a
says she's not going to spit on fucking Donald Trump's dick. But we know who will, Laura Loomer. God damn, girl. I mean, the amount of hate and envy that came off this freaking post. Like, this is what they're talking about when they say that women are so jealous of other women. Laura here is for some reason so jealous of this Hawk Tuah girl and her like 15 minutes of fame that she wanted to go on her goddamn platform, which is what? You got like almost 1 million followers and you're shitting on this girl because she said she didn't want to suck Trump's dick. God damn, girl, what the hell? It's like either she watched the clip and that's what she got from it, or she didn't even watch the clip and she just randomly said some bullshit, which is so ridiculous. Like, what are you doing? She got community noted, where the Hawk Tuah girl did not say she's anti-Trump. She said, that's a no from me regarding the act of giving Donald Trump fellatio. As stated in the very video you provided, this post is blatantly dishonest, calls out the community notes coming in there. God damn. I mean, it's really sad. It's like, I honestly, like, I tried to get to know Laura Loomer's content a little bit in the past, but it's always been like she's like obsessed with Donald Trump. It's like she doesn't have a personality and it like other than Donald Trump. It's like everything has to be Donald Trump. Like I swear to God, like if I was Ivanka Trump, I'd be kind of concerned. Or sorry, not Ivanka, the other chick. Like what's his name? Trump's wife. If I was Trump's wife, I'd be a little concerned if Laura Loomer was going to come around. Just saying. She just seems like one of those people who will plot some shit and take you out. She just really wants to get with Trump. So I'd be a little concerned. I'd be a little concerned. She sounds a little weird. Let's look into this. So should we watch a little bit of this? Should we watch a little bit of this Piers Morgan thing? Let's see what we got. One of them is You're Insane, Biden-Trump debate featuring Megyn Kelly and Dave Rubin. Do we want to watch that? The other one is, like I told you guys, there was one with Destiny. And there was one with, what's his name? There was one with that other guy, the weird Democrat kid, which I don't even know who that kid is. He's like some sort of weird TikToker. This is his latest one. I haven't seen this. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go to the Piers Morgan Uncensored. So many of these people are just losing their goddamn minds. Hold on. Let's see. We got, okay, this is the one I watched with Destiny. This was funny. There was another one I saw. I think Joe was watching that the other night. And that one had the nerdy kid in it from the debate. Which one do you guys want to watch? Should we watch one of these? What's this one? A train wreck combined with a dumpster fire. Oh yeah, that's what I watched that one. This is the Cenk I can't believe Cenk Uygur of all people is like calling out fucking Biden, guys. It's so funny. These Democrats are so losing their mind. It's really funny. Later, your average patriot nerd. Have a good one. Should we watch one of these? What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Should we watch one? Maybe we'll watch a few minutes of this Destiny one.
This AI tool will take your idea and create a complete book, complete with design, images.
Shut up.
Destiny, you would vote for Joe Biden's urn with his ashes inside rather than Donald Trump.
Listen, if they wheel that dude out and he's got an IV drip in him, I'm still voting for him over Donald Trump.
He actually said that. Okay, let's see. Let's go to, let's see. MAGA is a cult of conspiracy theorists. Okay, let's watch from right here. This is funny.
Mucinex. I mean, whatever they gave him, if it impairs him to the point where he can't speak clearly or think clearly, he can't run the country.
Is there a mechanism under, if it turned out, for example, that he genuinely has got a deteriorating dementia that is quite aggressive, and this gets medically diagnosed now as a result of this debate, is there a mechanism for his removal that you're aware of from the office of president?
And
I mean,
I guess, you know what? That's one of my questions is like, why hasn't he been diagnosed? Like, I don't understand. I honestly don't get why there's not a diagnosis. Like this guy kind of talks about it.
His amendment, does that cover it?
Yes, the 25th Amendment covers it. And to your point, I want to point out that his last physical that he had in February, I have been asking for years now, and Tommy, the same thing. I've been asking for years now for a full assessment. They didn't give it. They danced around it. No MRI scan was listed. A lot of dementias would show up on an MRI, and no formal cognitive testing has been done.
I wonder why. And I think it's funny that someone like Destiny has no answer to that. Because, you know, you would think that Destiny would be like, just, you know, searching away on his little Wikipedia to figure out how this guy's wrong, so that he can tell everybody how wrong this guy is. Because actually, Biden had several MRIs in the year of our Lord 22,000 AD.
I think there could be a demand for that right now. What does his MRI show? If he's impaired, then there would be a case for removing him now.
Yeah, I completely agree. Dr. Mark, always great to have your contribution. Thank you very much indeed. Destiny, you were chuckling there. What were you chuckling about?
The idea that a Republican would demand a full physical assessment from a president when they wouldn't even demand Trump's taxes is hilarious to me.
Oh my God, it's so funny. You know what's even funnier is that a Democrat should be asking for that. Like, I think if I was a Democrat, I would want to know that my president's faculties, like especially in his brain, was, you know, I don't know, just you know, it worked. Like, it would be really good to know that the guy can, I don't know, walk off a stage by himself, or, you know, wipe his own pants when he goes to the bathroom. Wipe his own ass is what I meant to say. It would be really nice to know that he's not going to poop himself in front of the Pope. It would be really nice to know that he's going to remember people's names and not fall asleep while he's having an entire conversation with, you know, the president of France, or president, or anybody really, like fucking Trudeau. I mean, you name it. Any leader that has spent a long period of time with Biden will tell you, guy's not all there. He's not all there.
The idea of not being able to answer the call in the middle of the night, I mean, it's already happened. We've had it with Ukraine. We've had it with Israel. Like Donald Trump did not show leadership when Iran attacked Saudi Arabia and he stood by and did nothing. He didn't show leadership when he abandoned our Kurdish allies in Syria for absolutely no reason. Biden has shown leadership, whether you like it or not, whether you like how he's dealt with it or not. He has shown leadership and the ability to bring allies together for Ukraine. He has shown leadership and the.
I'm going to show leadership right now, guys. I'm showing leadership by where's my pants? I'm gonna show leadership by forgetting where the fuck I am every 5 minutes. Showing leadership by sending Ukraine a fuck ton of money. Well, if Ukraine's losing that war, that's a lot of leadership right there.
The ability to force Israel to simultaneously show restraint while still remaining faithful as an ally. So, I mean, like, we can make fun of a debate performance all you want, but we can compare the legislative records of both presidents, and we can
Destiny, we're gonna make fun of Biden all we want. That is definitely what we're going to do. Everyone's gonna be making fun of that shit for the rest of your lives. And it's gonna be glorious.
compare their actions in office.
You can, but here's the problem. You can, but here's the problem.
Look at Michael Knowles.
It's just not cutting through. There's no doubt Biden's had a number of wins as president. No doubt at all. There's no doubt that comparative to most of the rest of the world, the US economy is purring along quite nicely. But his approval rating is at 37%. And after that debate, this issue of his own ability to function physically and mentally is now the only thing anyone's going to talk about for the next 5 months. He was incapable, when it really mattered, of articulating to the American people what his successes were, what his policy wins had been, what his attack lines against Trump were going to be, and why he should be reelected. He could, I mean, honestly, I watched the whole thing at 7 in the morning.
I understand that, but
hang on. I watched the whole thing at 7 in the morning in the UK until 8:30. I had a lot of coffee. I was about as alert as a human being could be. I barely understood anything Biden said in the entire 90 minutes. And by contrast, I've known Trump since 2006 very well. I've watched him at close quarters when I did Celebrity Apprentice for 3 hours a night across the boardroom, night after night after night, until, and modesty prevents me from going about this too much, until I won. But at the end of it, I had 100 hours of watching Trump. He's pretty much the same guy. You may hate him, you may hate the trash that comes out of his mouth, all those things. But in terms of his actual performance, Trump on that debate stage the other night, in fact, if anything, it was the most restrained I'd ever seen him. Because even he could tell the guy next to him was just melting down.
I gotta say, that was definitely the most restrained I've ever seen Donald Trump as well. And I think some of the, I think most of his team probably told him, look, let Biden talk. Because this is going to be a timed, it was different. It was a different debate, right? It was a timed debate. They're going to have each 2 minutes to say their points. They were like, you say your points, don't attack Biden, let him talk. Let, creepy Joe, creepy old senile Joe, let him talk. Because that's how we're going to win this thing. And whoever advised him that, I think did a great job. I think they did a great job by advising Donald Trump to stay away from because there was a whole bunch of times he could have gone after Hunter more. He could have gone after certain things more with regards to Joe Biden, but he didn't. And there was a few points, which I think would have a lot of people would have liked, especially people who really hate, the Democratic Party and stuff. I think his own party would have really liked him to go kind of hammer, the way Donald Trump usually is, just kind of really crude and everything. But he didn't. He held back. He was refrained. He refrained. He calmed himself down. He just stuck with the issues that he wanted to communicate in that, the allotted time that he had. There was a couple times that I thought was fascinating actually watching the debate that, Biden had even extra time to speak because he ran out of the point that he was going to say. And then he would just kind of ramble on. And then the chick was like, Mr. President, sir, you still have 30 seconds. Do you want to keep talking? And he was like, oh yeah. My grandpa told me the other. No, I'm just joking. He didn't say that. He didn't bring up corn pop and in the debate. But my point is though, he if you saw the debate, you know what I'm talking about. He was just kind of just drifting. Donald Trump wasn't. He stuck to everything very, very concisely, and I think that went well for him.
So Destiny,
Did you
there's
figure
the
out
problem.
what a black job is, Pierce? After watching it, did you guys figure out what a black job is?
I'm going to come to you in a moment for your
Michael,
analysis of what
maybe
we think
Tommy
a black
knows.
job is. But let me just get Destiny.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
what I
saying
think
is
the
that
problem is, right? The problem
understand
is
what you're
that.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, okay? As somebody who spent the last 8 years cutting their teeth doing debate, that's what I do, is political debate. All I've heard every single time is debate doesn't matter. It's not that important. Now all of a sudden that's the most important role.
Oh my god, that is so funny. You know why? Because Destiny is.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth it is scalding, and now you are molding and coping so hard. Coping and seething.
Coping and seething. Destiny is coping. Amazing. The amount of cope.
It does when it's that bad.
Why are we talking? What about the immunity for criminal actions that Donald Trump just secured in front of the Supreme Court?
American
the
people.
Idea that,
well, again,
it's an insane thing that what we're talking about is Biden's debate performance over the legal requests that Donald Trump is making.
Yes,
but it's
but
not
Destiny,
because that's the
Destiny, but
because on
that's
shows
the
like
problem.
this, that's what we're focused on.
But that
this is a problem. I agree.
But Destiny, right there is the problem, is that people are only talking about this. Remember, before the debate, 2/3 of all
And nobody
Democrat
gives a
voters
shit.
wanted Biden to stand aside because they were worried he was too old. What do you think they think now? No one's changing their mind on that. If anything, I'd be amazed if it's not 90%. And that
Like, it was so bad. The debate was so bad that no one even gave a shit about the fucking ruling the other day. Like the Supreme Court ruling. People were still talking about the debate. That's how bad it was. They were still talking about Biden losing his freaking ever-loving mind in front of everyone. That was fucking hilarious.
That's the problem. You've got so many things to attack Trump about, but nobody wants to hear it. When has Trump ever been in a debate where the next day the headlines weren't all about him? It's never happened. But now the only thing that anyone will look for with Biden in the next 5 months is him showing further evidence of mental and physical decline. Let me bring in Tommy. This is going to be the greatest period to be a Donald Trump in a presidential race ever, because he just has to keep allowing his opponent to do stupid things and say dumb stuff and look exhausted and lose his train of thought. That's all he has to do.
Oh, hang on. Apparently we have a Rumble rant.
Right, and I'd also...
my Rumble chat is glitched. Hang on a second. I have to go to... My Rumble rants aren't popping up anymore. Hang on. I'm going to Rumble, guys. Excuse me. Let's go to Rumble. I'm going to have to reload Rumble because it's not working. Wow. Why, Rumble? Why? Let me see. Let's see. Oh, Darmuth. Darmuth Rumble ranted over there. Hang on. I got you. I got you, Darmuth. Thanks, Darren. Thanks for letting me know. The Rumble rant's glitched over here. Oh, there's a couple too from Russell. Hang on. I'm sorry, guys. Let me get some of these Rumble rants. We've got hang on. We've got some Rumble rants. Here we go. Russell Hall, thank you for the $1. Says, is that Biden and Trump's face? Is that Biden and Trump face? I don't know what you're talking about because I missed that super chat when it came in. I'm sorry, Russell. Nina, Kamala Harris did not get to where she is by closing her legs, says Russell. You're right. I agree with you. She's from them streets, Russell. Dara Booth, thank you for the $2. Says, to a fellow Rumbler, be well, adding infinity. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Dara Booth. And thank you for those Rumble rants. Okay. Here we go. Tommy Laren. Yeah, she's there. She's in. Do you not like her? Do you not like Tommy? She's a Trump girl too, but she's like a Trump fangirl too. But like, I feel like Laura Loomer is like way more of a Trump fangirl.
Also like to make the point, and I know that the liberals on this panel are going to have a collective hemorrhoid when I say it, but even if former President Donald Trump wasn't standing next to a vegetable last Thursday, he still would have performed excellently, and he did. He got his points across. He was able to finesse some of the issues like abortion in a way that I've always been concerned about, but I think he did a great job. So I also want to point that out. But as I've said, I don't think they're going to keep with Joe Biden. I know that all the Democrats say, well, they have to because of this and that. Logistically, they have to keep with him. You can't keep along with somebody who in the next several months is going to go downhill even more steeply. This is,
but they have though. They have for so long, and I just don't see it. Like I just don't see it. Like if I don't see them, especially putting in someone like Gavin Newsom or even that Mark Kelly guy or whatever. I just don't see them replacing Kamala Harris with like a white man. I just think it would be a terrible look for like their party and how much they've been trying to, you know, push that narrative for so long. Not that they would care about being hypocritical. I just don't see how that would work. Like that they would, I don't know, that they would like they would go over Kamala's head for another white dude. I don't know.
It's not going to be a linear decline. It is going to accelerate. Anybody who's watched an elderly person decline this way knows.
It's been accelerating though, Tommy. It's been this way forever. It's kind of weird. Like, I can't believe we're just having this conversation. Like, we've known this for so long. Of course he's not going to last another year. Who knows if he's going to last till November? He's not well. He's not well. You know who I blame the most? I gotta say. Jill Biden. My God, Jill Biden is the absolute worst. I mean, you would have to really hate someone to like put them through that. Like, I actually think that Jill Biden really hates. I think Jill hates Joe. I think she actually hates Joe Biden. You know, I heard like these like conspiracy theories. I've heard a couple of conspiracy theories about the Biden family. You know, and some people say like, for example, that Hunter, like, you know, you've heard that like because the Democrats wanted to say like Hunter's laptop was a Russian op, right, for like the longest time. But like I've heard these theories where they talk about how Hunter basically planned, like he did the laptop thing because he hates Joe so much that he wanted to like ruin Joe Biden's life. Like he was like, I don't want, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because he's done so much fucked up shit to his family, like Joe has, that they all hate him, including Jill. I think Jill also hates Joe and like she just loves power. So she's like, I don't care. Like, I want to use this frail old man for all he's worth, like, because he's worth nothing to me, and I'm just gonna use him for what he's worth, which is basically nothing at this point. And we all know like how Joe's daughter probably feels about him, not very good. His other son's dead, and I think his entire family just really hates him. I honestly do, because he's a terrible person. I just think he's like a terrible, terrible person. Hold on, let me see. We gotta go back to sharing the screen here. Okay, here we go.
Steeply. This is not going to be a linear decline. It is going to accelerate. Anybody who's watched an elderly person decline this way knows it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And I think there needs to be more of a discussion about just how evil First Lady Jill Biden is. That she is standing by as her husband is going through this. This is truly evil. Why she's not pulling him aside and saying enough's enough just shows that she is so hungry for power. She's willing to embarrass.
I think it's because she hates him. I think there's malice there. I think she really hates him.
Harris and let her husband embarrass himself that way. Shame on her.
Yeah, Francesca, I got to say, I agree with that. I think I've interviewed Dr. Biden about 10 years ago now, and I've watched him the last couple of days, and I'm seeing somebody who seems even more desperate not to give this up than Joe Biden is. And surely any spouse in that position, forget politics for a moment, who sees their
What's up?
We brought you here.
other half humiliated on a global stage like that in the way that it went down, surely the humane thing to do is to persuade that person it's over, isn't it?
Sure, but also Nancy Reagan apparently was running the show for the last few years of that administration. So you never know. Tommy might be right on this. But look, here's the thing. I'm just jealous of Republicans. Like, you guys are just so loyal, you know? I mean, MAGA is a cult of peaked-in high school conspiracy theorists who want tax
I
breaks.
love how this chick is like basically trying to dunk on like the MAGA people and being like, I'm so jealous of Republicans and you're so loyal and like blah 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 blah. Girl, Destiny just like in a minute is going to say that he's going to vote for Biden if they bring him out in an urn. Like, that's the kind of devotion your base has to this goddamn vegetable. Like, I mean, is that not what you're talking about here with regards to these MAGA fucking idiots? We're talking about someone who said that he'd rather vote for someone in a fucking urn than over Donald Trump. Like, what are you talking about?
And a mass deportation of migrants, and they won't abandon Trump no matter what. And you just gotta admire that kind of loyalty.
Hang on. Do you know who the biggest deporter of migrants was in U.S. presidential history?
Obama.
It was the guy who's not running for president.
Did you know who it was?
It was Barack Obama.
Yes, it was.
It's a guy who's not running for president. I got news for you. I got news for you. He's been running the show the entire fucking time.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women, sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
I got news for you.
A Democrat.
Yeah.
3 million.
I hate the Democratic policy.
3 million
Absolutely.
migrants he
It's
sent
a crime.
packing. He was the deporter in chief. Donald
I-
Trump, by
I
comparison
just
to
love-
Obama, wasn't
I
even
wish-
at the races when it came to deportation.
I just wish Democrats had Republican conviction. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we have a wet noodle.
They do. Destiny is about to tell you that he's gonna vote for Joe Biden in a fucking urn. Girl, they do. You do.
As a candidate, and Republicans are like, yeah, he sexually abused E. Jean Carroll and he tried to overturn an election that he rightfully lost, and he's got 2 impeachments. Well, we love this guy. Let's effing go. And I just wish we had that kind of commitment.
Did you love?
you know?
Did you like Bill Clinton as a president?
Oh,
No,
whoa.
not really.
Oh.
I did not believe in deregulation. And
Damn, Pierce bringing in Monica Lewinsky's bullshit.
like the
What did you think
94
of the fact
NAFTA
that
bill.
What did you think of the fact he paid Paula Jones $850,000 to make a sexual harassment case go away? Or what did you think of him having
Not
sex with a
right.
young? What do you think of having sex with
I
a young
mean, I don't know
intern
why you're
in the Oval
again,
Office?
Pierce.
I don't know why you're bringing this up, Pierce. That was like ages ago. What are you talking about?
And look, we all know you want Celebrity Apprentice. We all know that that Trump calls you.
Oh,
but like,
by the way, speaking of the Clintons, let's not forget about the Clintons for a second, because you know what? Some people are saying that Hillary might run. Some people are saying that Obama wants Hillary might be to run again, which would be kind of fucked up. You guys think that they might like bring her in again, like to run for Joe? That'd be kind of fucked up, wouldn't it? Yikes. Yikes if that happened. Let's see.
See, I've had quite a frosty time with Trump in the last year and a half. So I wouldn't overstate our
But he
current
still calls
relationship.
you. But you always talk about how he calls you. You're like, I'm a liberal. But
No, but I'm not a Republican. I'm not a conservative. Never have been. I ran a left-wing newspaper in Britain for 10 years. Right? I would call myself a centrist. Actually, I'm a journalist who likes to go after both.
I do think Piers is a centrist for the most part because he calls both parties out.
Sides, hold both sides to account. But right now, the problem that the Democrats have is no one cares about Trump. And this is a guy with 91 criminal charges against him, right? But no one's talking about it. They're all talking about whether the guy currently in the White House can even know what day it is. That's the problem.
A lot of people would vote for a corpse over Donald Trump. That says more about Donald Trump than it does about Joe Biden.
Yeah, you just said the extremism on their party, right? Like we would have this much whatever. You do. You're gonna freaking vote for a goddamn corpse.
Let's go.
All right, Michael Knowles. Apparently, people will vote for a corpse over Donald Trump.
They will, and please let them do it. Let the partisan Democrats do it. I'm now all in on the Democratic rhetoric. The Democratic primary voters have made their decision. They want Joe Biden as their nominee. It would be an assault on the integrity of this country and on our sacred democracy if they replace him now. I can't wait to see him in all 50 states. At this point, obviously, the man is not up to the job. So someone else is running the country, whether that's Jill, whether it's Ron Klain, whether it's, I don't know, whether it's Barack Obama.
You know what's really interesting, Michael? This is really interesting to me, this panel, because if we'd gone back, 3 months, you'd have all been shouting at each other, arguing about Trump. The two siding to the Democrat side here on the panel, you've been neutered by what's happened. I can feel that the luster has gone.
Yeah, Piers. It's called you are
coping and seething. You just can't
accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. It's amazing to watch them all lose their shit. It's amazing to watch them cope so hard. Coping and seething.
The enthusiasm to beat up conservatives has just flown out of your bodies. I mean, there's only one argument. You've all just sat there going, we agree, he sucks. Your own guy sucks. He's barely alive. You've lost your fight, haven't you? Biden has removed the fight from Democrats. That's what I'm seeing here.
Not.
Absolutely. Actually, I agree with that.
You agree?
I totally disagree. No, if Donald Trump is taking insane, again, the Supreme Court ruling today is unbelievable. The idea that instead on today's show, we're going to focus on whether or not Biden had a bad debate performance is just reflective of the, I don't want to say agenda in a negative way, but of what you want to talk about today on this program. Like, I think that the decisions that are being made right now legislatively in the Supreme Court are more important, or that are being made in the Supreme Court are more important.
You know why that's happening?
Whether or not Biden has a bad.
You know why it's happening? Because Trump was able to put 3 judges on the court in 1 term. You know why that was? Because you put up a terrible candidate, Hillary Clinton. It was incredibly polarizing, very arrogant, very superior, and she got flatlined by Trump when no one saw it coming on the Democrat side. And secondly, some of your Democrat judges who should have known better decided they weren't going to resign. They weren't going to retire. And because of that...
Yeah, they're called power-hungry assholes. Wow, Pierce fucking calling it like it is right now.
Trump was able to pack that court. So I'm afraid you reap what you sow. Just very bad politics by the Democrats.
One of those Supreme Court justices were literally lost by McConnell just robbing a president of the right to seat a judge. Nobody remembers that Garland was supposed to be on the Supreme Court for almost a full year.
There's a little known side hustle that I'm doing myself that earns me a very healthy
McConnell said, we're not going to have that hearing. That is indefensible.
Let me bring in Michael.
Oh my God.
Tommy has to leave in a moment. So Michael, come to you, then come back to Tommy for a final wrap from her. But
Michael. Destiny just wants to freaking have a goddamn hemorrhoid every time he tries to make a point.
the principle that you're articulating, that a president should be able to put a judge on the court in an election year, or rather that you say Mitch McConnell violated, was a rule first articulated by Joe Biden in the 90s when he was trying to kill George Bush's judges. So obviously there was a decision today. It said that the president has some immunity for criminal acts or acts committed in his official capacity as president. And this is based on a 40-year precedent. It really goes all the way back to the Marshall Court. Really nothing should be surprising about this. And yes,
to
the
be clear,
Democrats
that is
are upset. They're
absolutely not true.
inveighing.
That this is
Just let
based
me
on
finish one
precedent.
second, Destiny. They're
shut up,
inveighing
Destiny.
because they say we should be talking about the immunity case. Well, but part of the articulation of, I just was reading the decision, was that, look, this is the first time that you've got a president who's being prosecuted in this way. And that's the problem, because the vast majority of Americans, right, left, and center,
Yeah, because
have been-
everybody thinks that this is fucking bullshit. That like you guys are turned into a goddamn banana republic. Everybody thinks this is fucked up. Even some Democrats, like, you know, not like the super lefties, like not like super lefty people, like middle lefty, like actual liberals think this is fucked up.
been saying in survey after survey that they view the prosecutions of Trump as primarily politically motivated. They view this as kind of corrupt.
It's
and that's one of the
politically
reasons why
motivated.
Biden's
That's what it
poll
is.
numbers have been so bad for so long. And so they throw this Hail Mary to do a debate in June before either party has settled on a nominee. And it completely blew up in their face. And so no wonder people want to talk about it. You've got a political order that is fraying. You got a guy trying to put his opponent into an orange jumpsuit. And it turns out the guy who's trying to do that has applesauce for brains. No
You know
wonder
what?
people
You
are
know what? The
concerned.
American people, a bit like the
Applesauce
British, I
brain.
think, would be the same in this position. They can smell a political hit job. And the fact that the first case that was used against Trump to try and convict him and put him in prison involved a payoff to a porn star 20 years ago for a supposed one-night stand, or whether it happened or not, that just smelt to them like a massive overreach. Whether he did it or not, they didn't care.
Nobody
As
gave
though
a
the idea that
shit.
the first American president in history to ever be convicted of a crime in a criminal court is convicted over something so pathetic and trivial.
Nobody
the American
cared.
people, the right-minded, reasonable people who were not in the kind of mad tribal ends of their parties, all went, well, that's ridiculous, and actually demeaning to the country. Tommy, I know you got to go. So
Look,
final
Destiny's
thoughts
about
from
to
you
have another
before we
fucking
let you go, and then
hemorrhoid.
we'll carry on with the with Francesca as the rose between two thorns afterwards.
me.
But Tommy, your summary of where we are with this. What do you think is going to
Okay, hold on,
happen? Give me
I'm
a
gonna
give me a
fast forward
roadmap to the
this.
election.
Is because it goes back about 40 years to a Nixon versus Fitzgerald, which found out that the president, yes, indeed, has quite a lot of immunity from at least from civil liability. And then the reason that this is such a novel bombshell case is because until Joe Biden tried to throw his rival into the clink, we didn't prosecute presidents, because that's the kind of behavior typical of banana republics and tin pot dictatorships. But the argument, and I'm sure you've read this, even if you've just read the first 25 pages, goes all the way back to the Marshall Court. It goes all the way back to the finding that the presidency does have certain privileges. It's not totally beholden to the other two branches of government. It's got an executive privilege. We have a separation of powers here. It goes back to the Federalist Papers, when the framers of the Constitution said that they need a vigorous presidency, because the problem with the first American Republic, which was the Articles of Confederation, was that you didn't have any strong executive power. So this is not something new. This is a perfectly in keeping with the American legal tradition. And now the Democrats are really upset about it, not because it's an upending of American jurisprudence, but because they're going to actually have to run on their guy. They're not going to be able to cheat and throw the guy in jail or take him out of banish him to St. Helena. They're going to have a fair and square election, and they know they're going to lose it.
Yeah,
Can I just ask a quick question?
well-
I just want to hear just a quick question. So
Yeah.
you're saying that if a president were to order the assassination of a presidential opponent in an election, you're telling me that if he thinks it's for national security reasons, you defend that as being above any kind of review for criminal prosecution. You would say, well, that was an
This
official
is
act of the president, right?
Oh, are we going to talk about Destiny? Are we going to talk about asking people to kill a president? Because I heard that there was a whole bunch of freaking Democrats that lost their ever-loving mind and started to freaking threaten Donald Trump, saying like, "Oh, I hope." Like, I'm paraphrasing here, but they were saying stuff like, let me try and find the tweet so I don't have to paraphrase. I'm going to go down my thing because I remember I retweeted it. But they were saying things like basically that maybe Biden should order a hit on freaking Trump. Like they were like basically saying that he should be killed. I'm not saying that, and they were saying that, and not in Minecraft either. They were like legit saying this dude should be taken out, like taken out. It's kind of crazy. Oh, here it is. Charlie Kirk tweeted about it. Here it is. Here it is. So here's Destiny talking about all that. You just heard that. Here is, you mean like the freaking Democrats losing their goddamn mind? Charlie Kirk says libs are in full meltdown mode, some openly calling for the assassination of President Trump. Totally normal, stable people who should control the education of your kids, your businesses, and the border. And 2 foreign wars here. You got Aaron Rupar saying, so Joe Biden declares today that November's election is canceled and ordered the military to keep him in power. Would that be an official act? Sounds like you're suggesting some shit there, bro. I strongly encourage Joe Biden to take advantage of this absolute immunity, which he has been lawfully granted by Trump's Supreme Court justice, to do whatever official acts he needs to do in order to prevent Donald Trump from becoming president. What does that mean? This Dash Dorprosby is saying this. What does that mean? Is that what is he saying what I think he's saying? Here's Bradley P. Moss saying the Supreme Court just gave Biden unequivocal immunity to order the military to take action against Trump today, right now. Wow. It's calling the military to do some shit. Here is this Mark Kennery guy saying, in full compliance with the Supreme Court's ruling to serve his country, President Biden should drone strike Donald Trump. Jesus Christ, this guy's not even mincing words. Holy shit. So is that what Destiny was talking about? I'm confused, guys. Are we talking about like, those unhinged MAGA Republicans, or are we talking about unhinged Max Canarelli? He doesn't sound like a MAGA Republican, does he? These people are fucked up. Just saying. Is that what you're talking about there, Destiny? I really wish somebody would kind of clarify that for me. And by somebody, I mean Destiny.
I answer that question. I really want to answer that question.
Obviously, Destiny.
I can answer you if you don't interrupt. You're bringing up one of the important questions that was raised during the oral arguments, and it's an argument against the case that Trump's team was making, but it doesn't really pertain to the actual judgment that came down, because they didn't say that the president gets to do whatever he wants. He doesn't get to go and assassinate his rivals. He doesn't get to do this, that, or the other thing. But he does have.
Sotomayor had that in her dissent. She said he could do that, and it'd be beyond review. She put that in her dissent. I did read her dissenting opinion. So how would it be not part of the official job as president? They order drone strikes, don't they? They order the military, don't they? He's the commander in chief, isn't he? Why wouldn't he be able to order the strike and say?
He really wants that to happen, doesn't he? I mean, this dude's starting to sound a little unhinged too.
You can impeach me if you want, but you can't hold me criminally liable. This is my official act as president.
Sure. Well, I mean, even the aspect of impeachment is kind of secondary to that, because the Trump team was arguing that if you want to go after a president at all, you've got to do it through impeachment. And the court said, no, you can actually prosecute former presidents for crimes that they committed in office. So the fever dream that you and other Democrats are creating of what this decision implies is not actually what the court said. The court gave a very moderate opinion that said that certain aspects that are conclusive and preclusive within the scope of the executive branch, he has full immunity, and he's got partial immunity around the peripheries, and then he could be criminally liable outside of that. And if you're asking why, President Trump standing on Fifth Avenue and shooting his rival in the face, how we could possibly prosecute him for that, I think you just don't have any faith in the American legal tradition. And I think you're making an absurd argument.
To be fair, I think a lot of people don't have faith in the American legal tradition. To be fair, I think a lot of people have lost faith.
to try to justify something that actually does upend over 200 years of
Francesca, you've
America.
been waiting
Asking the
patiently.
electoral vote to be thrown out.
Let me bring Francesca in. She's been waiting patiently here as the two guys have been duking it out.
I wanted to leave earlier, but no, I just think it's funny though that Michael brings up the Fifth Avenue shooting someone in the face, because the quote is that people would still vote for me. I mean, and this is kind of the sickness of the far right in this country again, is that Trump does fancy himself.
Don't worry, girl. People on your side still gonna vote for a freaking corpse, including you.
Of the law, and this incredible dishonest conversation about this immunity ruling is just wild to me. Like, the whole reason that the Supreme Court picked it up is because you've got 3 Trump-appointed justices who are all bought and sold by billionaires in this country, who have all been handpicked by the likes of Leonard Leo and Judicial Watch, right? And these far-right billionaires that know exactly what they're doing. The Federalist Society knows exactly who they've been grooming to be appointed to the highest bench in the land. And here they're delivering on it. They didn't have to take up this case, but it was actually Trump's lawyer's defense against why he shouldn't be prosecuted over both documents cases as well as January 6th inciting a riot. It's just incredible to me. You guys all think that, oh, Biden's a criminal mastermind. He's trying to lock up his opponents. Piers, Michael, he did it to himself. I'm sorry. He did. He didn't have to pay off the porn star by cooking his books, by falsifying business records. Thank you. You're welcome.
You know what happened?
Right? Like, he just did it to himself.
Francesca, the problem is, from the moment he got convicted of that crime, what happened? He raised $150 million in 1 week.
From billionaires, but not from everyday people. Ordinary people aren't giving to Donald
I've
Trump.
not
If
met
anything, they're
any
just
of-
not
honestly,
going to vote
I've
for
not
him.
met-
Honestly, though, that's not true. I mean, he did raise a lot of money from the millionaires too, but a lot of regular folk, like, I saw it on Twitter. People were like, I donated it to the Trump campaign, like right after that whole thing happened. A lot of like regular people. See, there you go, Spike. I did. I saw a lot of people saying that they're donating to that fund.
Any American since that conviction who doesn't just
Why
feel a
did
bit
you
embarrassed,
decide to
a bit
fundraise
embarrassed
against
it
Yeah,
ever
a ton
happened.
of small donations.
It was embarrassing.
Yeah, Bill.
For America.
I'd also
for
like to
everyone.
correct the record, if you don't mind, Piers, because
Yeah.
Francesca said that I accused Joe Biden of being a mastermind. I have never once in my life accused Joe Biden of being a mastermind
That's
or
funny.
even possessing one.
Do you know what? There's a clip on, I've said this before, but there's a clip on YouTube of him talking to a congressional hearing about apartheid South Africa. He must be in his early 40s, Biden. He is fantastic. He's passionate,
Yeah, he
he's
used to be able to
intelligent, he's
make
articulate,
sentences.
he's eloquent, he's brilliant. That guy would be a fantastic president. That guy has long ago left the building. And it's
That
actually-
guy, Pierce, was disqualified for running for president because he lied and plagiarized. Like, sometimes people forget what happened, but the reason that Joe Biden didn't become president at a younger age is because he's a fucking liar, and he got busted several times lying, like bold-faced lying. And back then, people cared about that kind of shit.
On a human level, it's very sad. But at the same time, he is the president of the United States and he wants to run another 4 years. I mean, Destiny, with all the best will in the world, he'll be lucky to make it to election day. Never mind 4 more years. Can you imagine what Biden will be like in 4 years?
Listen, if they wheel that dude out and he's got an IV drip in him, I'm still voting for him.
Oh my God. See what I mean? The extremist left. Like, that's people.
For Donald Trump. I'm
You guys will do anything, and like, I envy you guys. You're so loyal to Donald Trump, who's banging hookers and like paying them off. But like, we don't have anyone that dedicated to Biden. But I'll vote for him even if he's dead and in an urn. Like, I'll totally vote for him because like his policies from the urn are going to be so much better than what Donald Trump has to offer from prison. Okay.
sorry. I'd
Are
rather
you
Kamala
really?
Harris as much as I don't. Yeah, absolutely. What do you mean? It's the idea of not accomplishing anything versus
Even if
heading
they
off in whatever
literally-
direction
Okay,
Donald
to
Trump wants to
clarify,
take us. Yeah.
If they literally wheel him out, you would still vote for him.
Kamala Harris, Jill could walk out on stage with an urn saying, "This is the president." Okay, Joe Biden. Okay, here he is, and I
Come
say,
on.
man, this is really annoying.
He did.
Destiny, you can't be
He wanted
serious.
to be. Joe Biden said he wanted to be FDR. So die in office, I
But
guess.
Destiny, you would vote for Joe
God
Biden's
damn.
urn with his ashes inside rather than Donald Trump.
Absolutely. Easiest decision in my life. 100%. Yeah.
Poor Kamala. Poor
Francesca,
Kamala.
would you do that?
Kamala's just like, are you kidding me?
No way,
Francesca, would
like,
you do that?
Vote for an urn?
Yes.
No. The Democratic Party is doing their own base a massive disservice by keeping Joe Biden in this race.
I gotta say, I feel bad for her. I do feel bad a little bit for like regular Democrats, not crazy people, but like I feel a little bit bad for the regular Democrats. I'm like, really? This is our guy? Like, fuck, man. And she's like, I don't want to vote for a fucking urn. Like, what the fuck? No.
Doing their own base a massive disservice by keeping Joe Biden in this race. They absolutely are. They're not even creating a new lineup, a new roster of Democrats to come into the wake. They can't even rely on their own vice president. They haven't given her enough leash to actually say anything other than her one catchphrase that makes my mind just boggled. It's really pathetic. And it's pathetic because
right now the Democrats have a catchphrase too. Wait, what was it? There's a couple right now. One about Trump is like what he lied. Like it's like they keep saying he lied. Nobody says what he lied about, but he keeps saying that he lied. And then there's the other one, which was what Fauci was saying earlier. He just had an off night, guys. It's just an off night. Why is everybody making such a big deal about this? It's just an off night.
Actually, the administration has done some good things. Infrastructure plan, the
I agree
bipartisan
with you.
infrastructure
Francesca,
bill.
I agree with you.
The things that Donald Trump keeps on
I
about.
don't disagree. I think there's on legislature, there's a lot of good stuff to talk about. He just can't talk about it because he's not able to articulate what he's done. Let me ask.
Like even if you want to like walk with that, you're like, sure, yeah, the Democrats have done some good things, but you know what? Like Joe Biden can't even put that in a sentence. So really, like, how can you talk about the good your party's done when Joe Biden can't even fucking form a sentence? Yeah, it doesn't help you, does it?
Did you see the handshake though? The 3-point handshake.
Yeah.
That 3-point handshake was tight.
Francesca, if you had the power to parachute anybody in from the Democrat side to replace Biden, who would it be?
It's difficult. It's difficult to say. You got to think of someone who's got name recognition and who could also win.
Give me a name.
Oh, my cat. Her name is Ramona. No,
what?
I gotta say, I think
she's going with her cat over Joe Biden. Well, I mean, I could get behind that. I could get behind that, actually. I'd vote for a cat.
I think I'm going with Newsom because of name recognition, the ability to sort of go after someone like Ron DeSantis. But you know what? If we can switch octogenarians, let's go Bernie. Bernie one more time without the Democratic Party tanking his campaign.
Listen, you know what? He would do an immeasurably better job of taking on Trump. As I think Newsom would. I watched Newsom on Sean Hannity for an hour.
Bernie got screwed over by the deal. Man, everybody knows Bernie got screwed. Oh,
on
God,
Fox
that's
News.
funny.
A, I commended him for going into the lion's den, and B, he acquitted himself extremely well. I wouldn't underestimate Newsom at all. And in relation to any scandals that may come out, he's been pretty well turned over for all of those while he's been governor. So one of the advantages of being a governor for an extended period of time is a lot of the scandal stuff all gets dealt with. Final word to you, Michael. Michael, where are we heading with this, do you think? Talk me through to election day. What do you actually think is going to happen?
Even if what you'd like to see happens, Francesca, even if it's Newsom or somebody, you still have to contend with the fact that the Democrats would then be skipping over the first black woman vice president with the whitest guy who has ever walked the face of the earth.
Hang on. Hang on. There's actually a little twist in that, which Bill Maher got onto, which is if Newsom is the guy, he can't have Kamala as his vice president because they're both from California. So it would only apply if she actually wanted to run for president. But if he was to become the nominee, he wouldn't have to have Kamala Harris because he wouldn't be allowed to. because
that's
they're both from
weird.
California, which is an interesting part of this equation. So they could put him
So
in.
they definitely
they would
won't
look. They would
pick Newsom then, because they're not getting rid of her. So Newsom's not going to be the guy.
be overlooking her for the top job, but he wouldn't have to worry about getting rid of her from the vice presidency because he wouldn't be allowed to have her. So that's just it's an interesting little part of the subtext here.
Sure. I still think the look is pretty bad, though. If she wants the top job, she ran for it the first time.
Right.
She does. That's the other thing, guys. She wants the top job. She did run for it. She got obliterated by Tulsi Gabbard in the primaries, and then failed her way upwards to vice president.
She also launched her campaign back in 2020. We now forget on Joe Biden's alleged racism.
Oh,
and,
yeah,
on the
that's
issue of busing.
right.
So
I totally forgot. Kamala Harris ran on how Joe Biden was fucking racist. I remember that.
she's, there's no love lost here between Biden and Kamala. I don't think he wants to pass it to her. I don't think Biden cares all that much for anyone else in the Democratic Party. And I think he's wanted to be president since he was in the womb.
Yeah.
So if, in terms of how do we get to November, the only way that Joe Biden leaves the ticket is if he chooses to, or if one of his caretakers choose to. And so to Destiny's point, I actually kind of understand why you would say, I'll vote for an urn over Donald Trump, because what you're saying is the president doesn't really matter. It's run by a committee and the administrative state, and it'll just keep kind of chugging along and that'll be fine. The problem, though, with that argument for voters is that everything has gone to hell in a handbasket since Biden got elected. So, you were mentioning earlier, Ukraine or Israel or this or that. All I can remember, and Trump made a good point of this during the debate, is for the last 20 years, the only president on whose watch Vladimir Putin hasn't invaded more land is Trump. He did it under Bush. He did it under Obama. He's done it under Biden. He didn't do it under Trump. During Trump, we had peace in the Middle East, believe it or not. We had the Abraham Accords and Israel and Saudi Arabia becoming buddies. There's a town in Israel named after Donald Trump. I wouldn't have guessed it either, but it happened. Now, of course, we have this major outbreak of war. You don't need to take my word for it. Vladimir Zelensky, the president of Ukraine, said that the reason that the Russians invaded is because of American weakness, specifically Biden's, and the fact that Biden actually invited them and said if it was a minor incursion, he wouldn't do anything. So you might dispute all these things and say I'm missing the point or something, but the voters clearly agree with me on this. This is why Biden's so low in the polls and why the majority of them don't think he should run again.
Okay, I'm actually going to give the final word to you, Destiny, because you were reeling in horror through some of that from Mike. I'm not quite sure why, because it made a lot of sense to me, but go on.
I might reel in horror from what Destiny says, and then we'll just never end this panel.
Well, we're going to end it definitely with Destiny. You've got a minute to summarize your horror here.
If U.S. politics is anything today, it is everybody endlessly recoiling in horror. So, it would be an appropriate end.
He's right about that.
There was somebody that destroyed Donald Trump in debates. I watched it happen over and over and over again. It was Hillary Clinton. It wasn't even close. Donald Trump knows nothing about domestic or foreign policy compared to her. And guess what? None of those debates mattered whatsoever. Just on the final point, it's easy to think that something is good because you look at only the surface level things. You go, oh, well, there were.
I don't remember Hillary beating Donald Trump over and over in debates. I remember Donald Trump did pretty fucking well in those debates. In fact, I was really surprised at how well he did because I didn't think he knew anything about politics at the time. And then I was like, wow, he seems like he knows his shit.
Or no new wars, so it must have been great. People say peace in the Middle East and forget that Iran attacked Saudi Arabia proper for the first time in all of history. Donald Trump did nothing. The entire Great March of Return, the border riots raged on. Yeah, that's great. That's not peace in the Middle East. The entire border riots raged on 2018, 2019 in Palestine and Israel. Donald Trump did absolutely nothing. The idea that there was peace in the Middle East here when the region was about to.
You know what? I will give Destiny this point. I'm gonna have to agree with Destiny on this one. I don't think there was peace in the Middle East during Trump's time as president. I think there was the illusion of peace in the Middle East, but everybody knew that it was a boiling pot. It was going to boil over at any minute. Now, if Trump had remained president, maybe it wouldn't have boiled over, but there was definitely no peace. I don't know why some Americans want to keep telling themselves that there was no peace. Peace has not been achieved there in a very long time, if ever. And it certainly wasn't achieved during Donald Trump.
boil over, and it finally did on October 7th, is just laughable. It shows like a total misunderstanding of anything that's happened in the Middle East. What was the peace? Is it the ongoing civil war in Yemen? Was it the ongoing civil war in Syria? Was it the ongoing
not wrong
destabilization
about
in
this.
Iraq? Was it the ongoing protests in the Gaza Strip? Like, it's a joke to me. But
on that point of full agreement between all three of you, I'm going to leave it. But
There we
thank
go.
you to all of you. It's
That
been
was
a
a
great
good stream.
panel.
I've been watching a lot of Pierce Uncensored recently. He's had a couple really good and interesting guests. The other one I can suggest, which we're not going to watch tonight, obviously, I've already gone way over time. We haven't even talked about the other topics. Was the one he did with Cenk Uygur and Hassan Piker. And Hassan Piker got into a fight with that guy, the other guy, not Cenk, but the other guy, and it was really funny. So that one I suggest if you guys feel like watching more Piers Morgan. This was an interesting comment. Only simp me Wales says a Mexican is listening to a Brit talk about American politics. Crazy world we live in. So many leeches. Well, first of all, sir, I'm not a Mexican. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just live in Mexico. I am Persian, and I'm actually Canadian as well. I moved to Mexico a few years ago, so I'm a Mexican expat. And yeah, I'm listening to a Brit talk about American politics. You know why? Because America is one of the country, one of the biggest countries in the world that affects literally everything every other country does. You know, you ever heard the term America World Police? It's because you guys took that on yourself. So you think like basically America literally sets every time America sets policy, we're all affected. People in Mexico are all affected. People in Canada are affected. Everybody is affected by the policies and the things that America does. So of course we're going to be sitting here and watching what's going to go down in the world. Because if you guys have a goddamn fucking corpse behind the president's desk, and the guy's going to be pressing the goddamn nuke button, guess what? That kind of fucks over the rest of the world, the rest of us. So yeah, we're all watching this shit go down, hoping that you guys don't put Biden in the White House again, because we all don't want to fucking wake up dead because Biden forgot to take a fucking shit at night and tried to call his fucking diaper change and ended up pressing the goddamn button instead. Sorry to be a little bit concerned, but you know that's how it goes. That's how it goes. No wars under Trump. Oh my. Marcy Playground says, Nina, you keep tabs on Hunter's stripper baby mama. She's doing a book tour. She's a good watch. What? That's crazy. All right. Let's watch the James O'Keefe thing that dropped today. Let's watch a little bit of this. It's only 12 minutes. We can watch this. Let's see. See what she has to say. I'm not even going to read it. Let's see.
Jeannie Giannani, the creative marketing director at Disney, was asked about allowing LGBTQ content to be shown to children. Jeannie agreed that he wants children to see the content and that it is, quote, the unspoken thing.
I despise those kind of people that want to accuse of Disney of grooming children. Like, but I also want children to see LGBTQ content. Don't you agree? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I think that's the unspoken thing. Am I going to see a drag queen at Disneyland or anything like that? Do you want to do that? Get a drag queen at Disneyland.
Oh my God,
that would be cool. I'm sure that's definitely.
When asked by our OMG undercover journalist if he would authorize drag queens to be present at Disneyland, where children are, mind you, Jeannie the drag queen said, well, he would love to, and it will happen at some point.
Wait, that guy's a
From
drag
classic
queen?
Disney princesses to drag queens, the transformation of children's programming at the Walt Disney Company is happening.
Oh, no.
Welcome to the third installment of the Disney Tapes. As we reported in Disney Tapes 1 and 2, Disney has spent recent years focusing more efforts on their seemingly strange take on diversity and less efforts on the type of content and entertainment that one would expect from a once so consistent family-oriented brand. Now, in Disney Tapes 1, we met Disney's Senior Vice President of Business Affairs attorney Michael Giordano. As you'll recall, Michael made it clear that Disney not only blatantly discriminates in their hiring practices, they consistently pass over candidates who are more qualified for candidates who are less qualified, but check the boxes that are consistent with their DEI hiring philosophy.
Certainly, there have been times where
I heard because of this dude, people are starting to sue now. I mean, which is great. They should sue. We need more people to step up and sue Disney and companies like Disney for discrimination.
there's no way we're hiring a white male person.
Just kind of unspoken.
There are times when it's spoken, but
how would they say it?
there's no way we're hiring a white male person. They, for writers and actors, we hear all the time, like, I'm looking to hire writers and actors who bring diversity, and I'm not looking to bring on any more clients who are.
Well, they hire no white guys until, that is, they're looking to hire upper-level management, in which case, as we saw in Disney Tapes 2, Dave Mocker, Disney's director of production and finance, claims that the only way you're going to make it into Disney's C-suite is if you're a white Jewish man, a claim that, frankly, I find to be clearly anti-Semitic, without any evidence, and likely not even true.
So you think that they wouldn't hire a C-suite who's not white or not Jewish?
In entertainment, no. There's also a slight glass ceiling for that. I feel like it's not, there's a glass ceiling. It's not quite like being breached yet. You're not going to see a CFO really I guess, for lack of a word, non-white, non-Jewish.
You'll recall Mocker also talks about Disney's over-the-top insistence on jamming woke storylines and out-of-place diversity characters in places they clearly don't fit creatively, which now brings us to Disney Tapes Volume 3, from classic Disney princesses to drag queens. The transformation of children's programming at the Walt Disney Company is in full effect. Not a week goes by without a news headline about potential medical supply shortage. Everything. Emergency kit, use code, and vice might. He's a professional drag queen. $90 per kit today when you use code OMG. Now let's meet Disney's creative marketing director, Jeannie Giannani. By day, Jeannie is Disney's creative marketing director. And by night, he's a professional drag queen. According to his LinkedIn page, Jeannie is a Berkeley grad and has a variety of jobs, including working at Netflix and Vice Media. So what exactly does creative marketing director Jeannie Giannani do?
Okay, working at Netflix and Vice, like that's not a shocker. I mean, everybody, come on.
At Disney. He says his focus is on creative strategy across all Disney's television brands.
So what do you do at Disney? Creative marketing director, right? So what is that?
I'm marketing. I'm a director of a marketer for lots of bunch of brands, but I started on pretty well with young adult TV brand.
Wait, if he's a drag queen, how come he's out on a date with this guy and he's not dressed up like a drag queen? I'm confused. Like, do drag queens not dress like drag queens whenever they go out?
That part. So did all these things for a year.
Yeah.
Well, a bunch of stuff. Go there to lead there with you. So fucking get most respect seven. We need the creative direction course. Then I switched over to creative strategy.
Why doesn't this one have like subtitles the way he usually puts subtitles on there? I can't understand a word this guy's saying. Oh, never mind. There's subtitles here. I'm done. I wasn't reading those. Because usually the subtitles are here. Okay, I'm going back.
Lots of bunch of plans, but
I can't understand the word this guy's saying.
TV brand. Yeah, and I was leading social media on that part. So did all these things for a year.
Yeah.
Well, a bunch of stuff. Go there to lead there with you. So fucking get most respect seven. We need the creative direction course. Then I switched over to creative strategy. That's how I learned.
Our brave undercover journalist from our American Swiper program, and you can sign up here, met Genie on the dating app Bumble and managed to score a date with the drag queen. Now, before we dive into Genie's career at Disney, let's look deeper into his drag queen credentials. Apparently, there is an elite grouping of high-profile drag queens such as Daikon and Tiffany Rose that Genie associates with. According to Genie, he is a judge and the president of the jury for the AICP Awards show that, according to its website, honors marketing and communications in motion image, an award show that is big in the drag queen mentorship community. And according to Genie, he has been able to leverage his status as a prominent drag queen to bolster his personal brand, getting him appointments like his position at the AICP Awards show and moving him up the ladder at Disney.
What I've really done is I've used my drag career, like being a drag race and doing all the things to bolster my personal brand. Like, for example, I also judge and put award shows, creative award shows. Just taking marketing award shows and had and other places.
Wild.
So I serve on the jury as jury president for a number of these awards. I'm going to New York in a month to judge, to be a jury president for the award show.
What's the award show called?
It's like AICP.
AICP.
It's like let's take this down.
Very cool.
It's all the people in the room with me are industry like
Can you give me a name?
Oh, look, Loomer, it's big for our history, like Greg Hahn and Tiffany Rowe. What's their name?
Now that we've established that Genie is heavy into drag, let's take a look at how Genie is operating over at Disney as a creative head for them. Genie speaks to our undercover journalist, stating he has a 4 to 5 month project that will allow an LGBTQ pride campaign to grow across Disney television.
So the current project and that will take up the rest of the next 4 months, 4 or 5 months, the next 4 months.
Yeah.
Pride campaign across different television.
I've had it with all my personal and private information being exposed.
I've had it with your fucking ads.
I despise those kind of people that want to accuse of Disney of grooming children. Like, but I also want children to see LGBTQ content. Don't you agree?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's the unspoken thing.
Drag queen Genie was more than excited to discuss how Disney is ramping up their LGBTQ promotion at parks, content, and entertainment, stating that Disney is doing Pride Nights all by themselves without third parties involved, and that it is, quote, a big step.
I'm not sure that you read the program. I think just started with these podcasts. Like last year was the first one. Before this, every Pride event was third party into partnership with Disney.
Sure.
You know, like they bring in and Disney would help. But now Disney's
I
doing
don't have
it themselves,
one.
so it's a big step.
When asked by our OMG undercover journalist if he would authorize drag queens to be present at Disneyland, where children are, mind you, Genie the drag queen said, well, he would love to, and it will happen at some point.
So, for you drag, like any your creative marketing director, am I going to see a drag queen at Disneyland or anything like that? Do you want to do that? Get a drag queen at Disneyland. That'd be cool. That would be cool.
I'm sure that's definitely.
Remember, this is a man that is directly impacting what children watch, interact with online, and experience in person through Disney's TV, films, and theme parks.
I like the
You might
music.
say, drag queens?
Turns
What's the
so
big deal?
I know there's
messed up all of a sudden.
close your ears.
Well, it has been widely reported on multiple instances where the normalization of drag queens pushed on children through such means as Drag Queen Story Hour in schools and children's programming is being used to radicalize and sexualize children, crushing their innocence, essentially grooming them and making them ripe for victimization by predators. These grooming techniques are not new and have been widely reported on. After Disney's debacle, where just last year Disney World Park employee Paul Veal was arrested and charged with over 900 counts of child porn, you find it surprising that Disney would even come close to doing anything that could be remotely seen as the sexualization of children. So back to Genie. Would you allow someone that so blatantly promotes these types of hypersexualized techniques to babysit your children? Likely not. So why would Disney, supposedly a children's brand, hand the reins of programming and promotion power over to a man like Genie? Is the power of the DEI movement so strong that Disney would risk the safety and mental health of your children to submit to their woke demands?
Yes.
Promoting drag queens is probably one genie Disney should have kept in the bottle. Let us know what you think in the comments below, and stay tuned for upcoming
What do I
reports.
think?
We have many sources coming.
Crazy fucking crazy times. I can't believe Disney is now what it is. It's been a goddamn mess. Disney's a goddamn mess. Wild stuff. All right, let's keep going with the Disney bullshit. Speaking of giant messes, the Acolyte is a thing. And we got Lily here, 300 Mirrors, shout out. She put like a little clip, because I'm not watching the show, obviously, because I think Disney Star Wars is fucking trash. But I do look forward to the gong show of clips that people post usually. I think Gary posted a bunch last week. Stephanie, my nerdy home, had one this week. Lily here has uploaded one. It says, okay, Disney, I thought I was watching The Acolyte, not The House of Dragon. What is this? And apparently this dude gets naked and then decides to go for a swim or something, while this chick is like watching him. She's all like, ugh, what's happening there? Oh my. What's going on over there? Is that your lightsaber, or are you happy to see me? So I guess she's you know, I guess she's into it. I don't know. But then I saw articles like this pop up, which we're not going to read. I'm not reading this whole freaking article. The Acolyte proved what female fans knew all along: the powerful sex appeal of the dark side. The unveiling of a new Sith Lord is another example of the franchise at its best when told through the female gaze. The female gaze. Well, I can tell you this much: the female gaze that that woman who made it, she's into women. So I don't know what the hell this is about. She's a lesbian. So that doesn't even make any sense. The unveiling of the new Sith Lord is another example of the franchise at its best when it's told through the female gaze. She doesn't have a female gaze. That's why she's a lesbian. Like, if she has a female gaze, it's towards other women, not other men. Unless being a lesbian, the definition of being a lesbian has changed. I don't get it. Like, what? What is this person talking about? Feminazis. Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on? Well, it's weird. It's weird. And I was like, you know what? Like, isn't this supposed to be a kids show? And most people are pointing out that, well, yeah. Like, that's why this is a problem. Which is kind of funny. Let's see. 50 Shades of Sith, someone said in the comments. I just don't understand. Isn't this supposed to be a show about like space wizards or whatever? What is this guy doing getting naked? Naked for the kids. It's weird. Okay, let's turn it to something wholesome. Let's bring some wholesomeness into this debauchery that is Disney and Star Wars Acolyte. Look at this. Now that's sweet. That's really sweet. That's Superman right there, guys. That is Superman. That you could say whatever you want. You could say whatever you want about the costume. A lot of people don't seem to be liking it very much. You could say whatever you like about this dude replacing Henry Cavill. But you know what? This photo made me happy. This photo made me happy because it makes me think that, Superman just, the kids love Superman. They're like, that's Superman. I think that's really sweet. There's all these kids like being like, hey, it's Soup. Like that's really sweet. It's really sweet. And he looks like he's like having fun. Which I like. I like that kind of stuff. I think it's really sweet. Like there's a lot of hate going on right now for this dude for some reason. Well, not really for this dude. I should rephrase that because it's not his fault that the costume designer fucked up and nobody seems to like anything this guy's wearing, or anybody on the team for that matter. What is this dude wearing? He's wearing like some sort of freaking mech suit. Like what the fuck's going on with his costume? But yes, it seems like a lot of people just hating on this costume. Nobody likes it. But I thought this picture was cute. Salty. Stop that. Stop it. Hang on.
Stop it. Get some help.
Speaking of Star Wars, let's judge these people together. This guy says this is all your fault, Disney Plus.
Initiate Aaron. Approach. Kneel. By the right of council, by the will of the Force, I name you Jedi Apprentice. Rise and speak your name.
Rilo Storm Chaser.
Rilo Storm
Aww.
Chaser!
Woo!
Nerds.
All right.
Oh my god, they're such nerds. Nerds. There's so much nerdiness going on in this video. God. So here's the thing. I don't have a problem with this. I do have a problem with like the minimal effort. Because back in my day, the nerds would at least have some robes on. Like, I don't know what's going on with this person. I mean, this person's clearly given up on life in general. Like, what are you even wearing? I think at least this guy's got like jeans on or whatever. You don't even have proper clothes on, let alone a robe. I mean, a robe would a robe have been like that far off from what you got going on over here? Like you got a new initiate here. This guy doesn't even have a Jedi robe. I mean, at least the nerds back in my day would be a little bit more nerdy. Like they would make a little bit more effort. The way this guy's holding the sword, bro, you just burned your freaking hands off. I mean, if you're gonna do this shit and make it look serious, at least make a fucking proper effort to hold your sword or your lightsaber, I should say, in a proper manner. You just scorched your fingers off, bro. Like you don't have fingers anymore. You like decapitated. Look, he's holding it again. What are you doing? He's Downs, Nina. That's no excuse. That's no excuse. My Downs friend knew not to touch the blade. Are they all Downs? This guy doesn't seem Downs. Hold on, let's see.
Kneel. By the right of counsel. By the will of
This
the court,
guy's not
I name
Downs.
you. Jedi apprentice. Rise and speak your name.
Rilo Storm Chaser.
Rilo Storm Chaser!
Woo!
Aw, okay, maybe this guy's down, but not the rest of them. There's no excuse. Besides, somebody should give him a Jedi robe. Are they all Downs? Maybe this guy might be Downs too. I don't know. I don't think they're Downs. I think maybe one or two of them are, but not all of them. Either way, they can get some goddamn Jedi robes. Probably the people care for them. Get some Jedi robes. Nina's a proper nerddom gatekeeper. I'm just saying, the nerds back in my day used to make more of an effort. Like, people were shitting all over these people on the internet. I'm like, I don't have a problem with this at all. Like, they were like, these people are mentally ill. Like, if they're 12, like, it's okay. But, like, if they're old, like, they shouldn't be doing this and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, have you seen Gary's room? Like, I mean, I don't think there's an age limit to, like, liking stuff or wanting to, like, do fan things or whatever. Like, it's just, like, make more of an effort if you actually care about it. Like, stop phoning it in. Like, if you're going to do something, do it right. That's all. All right. Going for 2 hours, 40 minutes. It's been a while. Let's close this out with this really weird video that I thought was funny. Their dad lays next to any balls that get hit to the yard. This guy is a comedic genius. Here we go.
Wait for him to pull out first, and then run out. Oh, there he is.
This guy's like, what the fuck, bro? Like, that was funny, right? I thought that was fucking hilarious. This guy's like, you know what? Right? That guy, he did a good job. That was funny. That was funny.
Pull out first, and then run out. Oh, there he is.
That's funny, man. I think that the laughter is also contagious. But that's funny. By the way, I forgot to bring this one up. This topic, which we're not going to focus too much on. Everybody knows what's going on with Dr. Disrespect. But we got to talk about this for a minute, because it says on this thing here, it says a confirmed The Subway sandwich chain has officially ended its sponsorship deal with controversial streamer Dr. Disrespect. You got this thing from VNN saying Subway quietly ends sponsorship with Dr. Disrespect. Some Dr. Disrespect Subway sandwich thing. Now, I think this is supposed to be parody, but at that time, I didn't at the time. I didn't think that this, I thought this was for real, but apparently this is a parody because if you go to the community notes, it says, while most people are familiar with the parody accounts like Hard Drive and The Onion, this is a less known parody source that sheer numbers of people taking this face value shows the number needed for the community notes, which I agree because I fell for it. And if you go here, it doesn't really say parody on the account. So, Victory News Network, Daily News you can depend on, U.S. News, Politics, Business, Opinion. Oh, now it says parody here. Okay. Health, Entertainment. I feel like that should be more prominent, in the title or something. But at the time when I commented on here, I didn't think it was parody. I thought it was real. So this is a fake thing. And so I commented on it seriously. I was like, I kind of get why Subway would be sensitive to anything bad involving minors. And I put a picture of dear old Jared. Do you guys remember dear old Jared from the Subway commercials? Well, as it turns out, a lot of these Zoomers have forgotten who the fuck this guy is. Again, so nobody had, most people had no idea what the hell I'm talking about. They're like, what the fuck is this bitch talking about? So this guy's like, I don't understand. Who's this guy and what happened? I'm not in North America, so maybe that's why I don't know him. Know him? Am I missing the joke? He looks creepy, though. Well, dear friend, Windex Traveler, that guy is Jared Fogle. And for those of you who don't remember or maybe forgotten, through the sands of times, as things get forgotten. Jared Fogle was an American former spokesman for Subway restaurants. Fogle appeared in Subway advertisement campaigns from 2000 to 2015 until the FBI investigation led him to be convicted of. And I shouldn't be laughing at this because that's fucking terrible. Child sex tourism and possession of child pornography. That is what Jared Fogle is known for now. Is some fucked up person who was into child porn. So, I wonder, do we know? Does YouTube have the old school commercials for Subway? Let's see. Oh my God, they do. Let's watch one. Oh my God. The beginning.
Here is Jared Fogle. You may have seen him on the news or a talk show. He was inspired by Subway's great tasting sandwiches. Jared believes in an active lifestyle, including lots of walking. At the heart of Jared's routine are Subway sandwiches.
Hey, Jared.
Hey, guys. At Subway, you can choose from 7 sandwiches with 6 grams of fat or less, and they all taste great.
Oh, God.
Food for thought. Subway, it's the way a sandwich should be.
Oh, my God. That takes you back, doesn't it?
For years, I ate fried food and burgers that looked like this. And I looked like this. Then I found Subway restaurants. And I realized I could enjoy lots of great tasting food without lots of fat. Like the tasty sweet onion chicken teriyaki sandwich, juicy chicken strips, veggies, and a delicious sweet onion sauce, all in freshly baked bread.
That was my favorite Subway sandwich, by the way. The sweet onion chicken teriyaki Subway sandwich was fucking great.
With just 5 grams of fat. What have you got to lose? Later, big guy. Subway, eat fresh.
How did they even find out this guy was evil and had fucking CP on his computer? That's messed up. Let's see, this is 10 minutes.
Descubre Wix Studio, la plataforma
They say like how they found out.
para
How did they
agencias
find
y
out
grandes
this guy was a
empresas
pedo?
y hasta el diseño web.
We left to the awards and he was starving, so we stopped at Subway, like in my gown and in his thing, and we stopped at Subway we ate there for like 30 minutes because we were too early.
Oh, that's nice. Eva Longoria, she's fucking beautiful. She still is. Russell Hall for 2. Hang on a second. Or no, for $1. Thank you, Russell. Says those Jared Subway commercials really touched me when I was a kid. Aw. Is that why you're so fucked up? Hold on, let's see. I don't know if I want to watch this whole thing. But how did they find out? How did they find out this guy was a pedo? I don't know.
Of Jared's charitable organization, Russell Taylor, was arrested for producing child pornography. You see, Taylor asked to have sex with a woman's horse and offered to send her child-related sexual content. He also sent her an image of a woman.
Okay, we need to rewind. What the fuck? What did I just fucking hear? I don't even know if I fucking, what the fuck did what? Holy shit, Raider, what's up? 5639 from Raider. Raider. Thank you, Raider. My goodness. We're talking about Jared the pedo.
You think she's kidding?
Yeah.
She's not. There she is in Subway. Scarfing it down with Tony.
Did you go out to eat anywhere while you were here?
Subway.
Oh my god!
Eat fresh.
Oh my god! Look at all those kids! Oh no, you guys! Oh no! Did you see that?
While you were here?
Subway.
Oh no! Oh, I feel like Michael right now, like it's so bad. Oh god. No, he's not involved. Matthew McConaughey is not involved. They're just saying how popular Subway was back then. They're just trying to paint a picture that oh my god. They're just trying to paint a picture that Subway was really a very, nice place back in the day. Thunder Buckets Comics and Gaming for 20. Thank you. Says, I go to windowless vans all the time. All I get is candy and disappointment. Oh, that's funny. Thank you. Russell Hall for 2. Says over on Rumble, thank you. Says rookie mistake. When it comes to banging someone's farm animal, it's always easier to ask forgiveness than permission. My goodness, Russell. Jeez. All right, I'm actually interested in knowing what this has to say. Let's watch this.
Play hard. Play hard. Eat fresh. Eat fresh. Eat fresh.
Eat fresh.
Race
Yeah,
hard.
this is what this compilation is showing. It's like literally like all the celebrities were doing like this commercial.
Fresh.
Eat fresh.
Jared Fogle represents probably the single most painful downfall ever for an American spokesperson. In case you don't know, he became an integral part of Subway's marketing due to his significant weight loss. He wasn't a traditional celebrity, but rather became famous for being the face of the company. Unfortunately, the ugly mold hiding in Jared's metaphorical sub manifested itself when it was revealed he was a pedophile. Seriously, what is it with people in wanting to Epstein kids?
I know. This guy's right.
The rules are simple. Just leave them alone and don't be a gross human being. Anyways, in 2015, he was arrested by the FBI and sentenced to 15 years and 8 months in prison.
How did it lead up to that? How do you figure out somebody's into that? Oh my
The disastrous downfall of Jared Fogle. In April 1999, Fogle's former doormate at Indiana University, Ryan Coleman, published an article about his weight loss. He was a 425-pound senior whose obesity was ironic considering his father was a doctor. Surprisingly, he shed a whopping 245 pounds just by eating a foot-long veggie and a 6-inch turkey sub from Subway every day.
I always call bullshit on that. Hey, it's Pierce. He looks exactly the same. Wow. He looks very similar. Like his hair is a little darker, but he looks very much the same. Wow, I can't believe Pierce talked to fucking Jared. That's crazy.
Day for a year. Notably, neither sandwich contained either mayo or cheese, and his diet averaged around 1,000 calories a day. That's pretty low, so
I always call bullshit on that too. That whole fucking foot-long thing. There's no way he lost all that weight just eating Subway. Give me a fucking break.
Surprised he was losing weight like he was on a hunger strike. Thanks to the article, another one about him was published in Men's Health magazine. This led to a Chicago Subway owner discovering Jared's inspiring tale and hiring him for an ad campaign. They trialed one which did extremely well, largely because he was so relatable. Jared wasn't the typical celebrity spokesperson who endorsed a product they didn't even consume, like Tom Brady, who doesn't even eat bread.
Because you got to refresh to be fresh.
It's the Eat Fresh Refresh at Subway. And they're
That's hilarious.
in everything, from how they make it, to how they bake it, to how they bring it to you.
This new turkey Cali Fresh is incredible. You even eat bread? Steph, it's a commercial.
Rather,
That's funny.
he was a wholesome person who tried to help people by sharing his story. He became an overnight sensation. After Fogle's Chicago debut, he immediately received multiple interview requests from Oprah, Fox News, and USA Today. Catapulted to fame, Fogle was featured in national television commercials and
I remember back then, this dude was everywhere. Everywhere. Like literally, like you could look at, you turn on the TV, he's on The View, he's on The Morning Show, he's on Good Morning America, he's on this, he's on that. This dude was everywhere.
attended sponsored meetups. His most memorable campaign was raising up an old pair of his size 60 pants that now required 2 of him to fit into. The ad was palpable and spoke to many Americans who wanted to live a healthier lifestyle. And while Fogle proved to be quite the cash cow, after his 300 commercials, Subway's annual revenue tripled to $11.5 billion in 2011 from around $3.3 billion in 1998. Naturally, Jared got pretty famous. He was memed on South Park, appeared in 2 Sharknado movies, and went on the WWE.
What?
Now, Fogle was also...
I didn't know he was in the Sharknado movies. That's fucking insane, bro.
very passionate about giving back to the community. So much so, he created the Jared Foundation to help combat childhood obesity. As part of the mission, he
No, he was molesting those fat kids. Oh man, that sucks.
would travel to different elementary schools across the United States to talk about healthier eating habits. In the eyes of his home state of Indiana, he was a celebrity. He took care of his wife and 2 children, spoke at fundraisers, and uplifted local spots. However, Jared's interest in children was much more sinister than he let on. It turns out he used his fame to gain influence so he could sexually abuse them. The foundation was just a means to gain access in an unsuspecting way. It was truly horrific and no one was the wiser. That was until 2007 when he casually told a radio host named Rochelle Herman Walrun that he found young girls attractive.
He told me that he thought that middle school girls were so hot.
This alarmed her, so she immediately went to
Oh my God. Oh, that's how they figured it out. Russell for $1. Thank you. It says, more cushion for the pushing. I don't know what you're talking. You're attracted to this woman, Russell? My God. I don't know what to say.
Thought that middle school girls were so hot.
This alarmed her, so she immediately went to the FBI but was told she needed more evidence. So, like a hero, she got to work and secretly recorded the pervert for about 4 years. That's right, 4 years. She could have graduated with a college degree with the amount of time she spent on Fogle. I mean, she should have been the director of the goddamn FBI. In order to get the recording, she would often wear a wire. And while they were absolutely 100% grade A disgusting,
Yeah, especially some in the middle school that love the middle school and the girls are starting to get, you know?
Yeah.
Because you know how much I love the
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen or heard these.
What's that?
Well, you know, kids are maturing faster nowadays.
I know, which I love. You know, just talk to them, just get to know them, just everything, and just, you know, do a little touchy-feely things with them, you know?
Oh my
make them feel
God.
good. And it's a little more touchy-feely, a little more touchy-feely, a little more touchy-feely. And it's that kind of stuff.
What age seems to be the easiest?
You know, I don't know.
I want to die. I want to die right now. Oh, I don't know. Oh my God.
Like, you know, early middle school is probably one of the best.
Yeah.
You know, they don't know if they're coming or going.
Mm-hmm.
And I could see you, a young, you know, 6th, 7th grader, you know, this.
In addition, Jared requested to see Rochelle's kids naked.
What?
Yeah.
Would you let me see your kids? Will you let me see your kids naked?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would that be okay?
Sure. They're very comfortable. Mm-hmm.
How old are your kids again?
10 and 11.
Yeah.
I honestly had never heard these before. I've never heard these before. This is okay. When this guy got arrested, like, I was just like, what are you talking about? Like the fucking subway guy? You know, you never look into this shit, you know? I can't believe it. I just like the extent of that I knew was what I read for you guys earlier. Like the Wikipedia thing. Like, you know, he was found guilty. I never heard this shit before. This is fucked up.
You could practically hear him salivating and getting turned on in the phone call. He was truly a predator. Taking it a step further, he not only asked if he could put a hidden camera in her kid's room, but also if her son or daughter would be better.
If you put a camera in your kids' room, would you okay with that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Would you rather have it in your son or your daughter's room?
Oh, I don't know. That would be, you know.
Which one do you think would be better?
I don't know. Sure.
So which your kids do you think I'll like better seeing naked, your son or your daughter?
Oh my God. What the fuck, bro? Oh my God. I'm losing my shit. I seriously feel ill. Like, that's fucked up.
What a horrendous question to ask a mother. To make matters worse, Fogle tried to set up a party with Rochelle's children, their friends, and siblings.
Jared wanted me to plan a party.
He just wanted to come down and have a fish in a barrel.
That's correct.
Set me up, a target-rich environment, and I'll come down for a party.
That's exactly what he wanted me to do. And he wanted me to set up my children, but along with their friends and their friends' siblings.
Sadly, the experience made her a broken person, as pedophilia was a deeply concerning subject.
That would break me. That would break me. Like, I would be broken if I met that person, like, in real life. That would break me.
And negatively affected her own relationships.
His mother now says the ordeal has harmed her relationship with her own children.
They were without their mother for some time. I became a broken person. And to reform that relationship with my children to this day is very difficult.
However, Rochelle's efforts didn't lead to Jared's incarceration. Even with the recordings, the FBI was still unable to charge Jared due to lack of evidence. In 2014, though, that changed after the executive director of Jared's charitable organization, Russell Taylor, was arrested for producing child pornography. You see, Taylor asked to have sex with the woman's horse and offered to send her child-related sexual content. He also sent her an image of a woman engaging in bestiality. Terrified, she reported him to the Indiana State Police, which led to them raiding his home. As a result, they found videos he made of nude children aged 11 to 16. In a plea deal, Taylor admitted to sending some of the videos to Fogle. This was a major breakthrough in the...
Oh my God. This is next level shit. Russell Hall, for $1 over on Rumble, says, Jared should send that Dr. Phil video to Disney as his resume. Oh my God. Is this guy, like, in prison for the rest of his life? He would definitely get the job, Russell.
Case, as there was finally enough proof to launch an investigation. In July 2015, the FBI and Indiana State Police raided Jared's Zionsville, Indiana home and seized his computers and personal documents. They found tons of child pornography and a document that revealed he had sex with a 17-year-old at the Plaza Hotel in New York. And when referring to victims, he reportedly stated the younger the better. He even allegedly offered to pay prostitutes a finder's fee to scout kids for him. What a real stand-up guy. These were the texts he sent. I just landed in Vegas. How was your flight, honey? It was...
That's it? He got 15 years for raping kids? That's crazy, man. That's it? No fucking way. Holy shit.
Good.
Well, I guess he
Did you find me
rape
some
kids,
young
right?
girls or boys? No, I've been looking to. Can you find me some? How much will you give me for doing it? Depends on if they can prove their age. If they can and you get me 16 or below, I'll give you 400 at least. So I have a proposition for you. And it's something I would pay you very well if you were able to help. Okay, what is it? Let me know. Do you have any access to any young girls like 15 or 16? Why, baby? Because it's what I crave. I would hook you up nicely if you did. As a result, the FBI...
I remember reading something similar on Hunter Biden's laptop. Like, when that shit dropped, it was kind of similar. God, that is so fucked up.
charged him with possessing and distributing child pornography and traveling across state lines to have sex with minors. In addition, they subpoenaed text messages he had with Cindy Mills, a Subway franchisee who Jared was having a sexual relationship with. In them, Fogle talked about sexually abusing children and formed her to sell herself for sex on Craigslist and asked her to arrange for him to have sex.
Look at all those kids. Oh my God, look how many kids he's around, you guys. All those kids. This is so fucked up.
Sell herself for sex on Craigslist and asked her to arrange for him to have sex with their 16-year-old cousin. Ultimately, he was sentenced to 15 years and 18 months in prison. He is also required to register as a sex offender upon release. Naturally,
well,
Subway
fine.
immediately fired him as a spokesperson and were
Well,
left.
at least that's good that he's gonna be. He has to register as a sex offender.
With the catastrophic damage the situation caused to their brand. Jared's wife, Katie, whom he cheated on with Cindy Mills, quickly divorced him. He was worth $15 million at the time and agreed to give her $7 million. Interestingly, Katie claims she knew nothing of Jared's illicit behavior until the moment the FBI knocked on their door.
That's how I found it.
Was the FBI knocking on your door?
Yes. Yeah.
So before that, you knew nothing.
Wait, do we believe that? Do we believe that the wife didn't know? Ugh. I mean, that guy was so openly talking about it, though, to that other woman. I don't know if that... I don't know if I believe that she didn't know.
I knew nothing about his involvement in anything. They walked in,
I don't know
and
if I
you're
believe
just
that.
in shock.
Do you even understand what was happening?
No.
Beyond the lives of the children, his personal relationships, and the Subway brand he negatively impacted, he also destroyed the community around him. His fellow Hoosiers felt betrayed and disgusted. The very people who once asked for his autograph now want nothing to do with him. The famous Atwater and South Woodlawn Subway he first ate at has since shut down. Funny enough, not even the other inmates at Jared's prison liked him. He allegedly paid other prisoners to protect him and exuded an air of arrogance. So one day, a fellow inmate beat up Fogle so bad he was left with a bleeding nose and swollen face.
That's where Steve Nigg had a problem. He's serving
I gotta say, I'm actually kind of shocked that he's not gone to the place down under where, the devil is. Because usually when these kind of people get busted and they go to jail, they get shanked.
15-year sentence for a federal gun crime. He told his brother Fogle's sentence and demeanor inside the prison walls sent him over the edge.
When you run through the yard in the prison with special privileges and you hire people, maybe the inmates to back you up to make sure nobody touches you, that's even worse.
In November 2021, he wrote a letter to the New York Post stating he royally screwed up and took inspiration from the Shawshank Redemption by learning to make the best of his situation. Fogle mentioned he passed the time by watching football and working out. Overall, it seemed Jared the Subway guy duped us all. He was one of the most famous normal guys of all time. He was a huge inspiration to many and served as the face of a multi-billion-dollar company for over a decade. However, he lived a double life hidden from everyone, including his wife and 2 kids. Fortunately, he is still in prison and serves as a cautionary tale for the dark nature.
God, can you imagine being his kids? I cannot imagine. It turns out your dad's a pedo. I mean, who knows if he's molested his own kids, but it's fucked up.
Nature that lies within people. I can only pray for the people he hurt and hope he never abuses a child again.
Same here, bro. Same here. You know what? Thanks for that. Thanks for that breakdown. I enjoyed it. Here's a thumbs up for you. Which, by the way, everybody, if you're enjoying this content, please make sure you smash the like. You know, we creators really appreciate it. That's why I gave this guy a like button, because he broke that shit down pretty nicely. You know, I was wondering like how he got busted, and here we are. Wow. I can't believe he's supposed to be out in 5 years. That's fucked up. That's so fucked up. That's so fucked up. I wonder if he's going to make it. I wonder if he's going to make it. Well, I guess that's the world for you. Oh, I forgot to play this this other thing that I pulled up. You know what? I'm just going to play it. This is to all the people who thought Biden, you know, just had an off night. It was just an off night, guys. Remember this? It was just an off night, though, guys. It won't play properly. Because Twitter's being a bitch. Come on, work properly. This cracks me up. My internet's trying to fucking pull a Biden. Like, that's Biden and my internet. Well, it's not my internet because we just watched that entire other video and it didn't glitch once. Remember? This is Twitter, guys. This is not. Remember? Like, we just watched the YouTube video and it didn't glitch at all. This is just fucking Twitter. I don't know why it doesn't work properly. It's so weird. I don't know why Twitter's so glitchy. It makes no sense. Oh, well. I guess it just doesn't want us to watch it. It's so weird. I keep refreshing it and it won't even work. Here, let me see if I can open it in a new tab. Maybe it's over this tab. It's like, don't you tab me. I'll tab you. No, that's not working either. It's so annoying. I'll just show you guys Biden being all fucked up on the plane. Oh, well. Let me close that other. If I close these tabs, maybe it'll work better. I still don't get why Twitter is always fucking doing this shit now. We just watched that entire other video. Not even one glitch. It won't even play. Oh my. Oh well. It doesn't want us to watch it. Doesn't want us to watch it. Oh, you know what? Let me see if I can. Maybe it's just Chrome being weird. Let me see if I can put it on like some other, what's it called? Browser. Let's see if this other browser works. Oh my God, it does work. Maybe it's just Chrome. Maybe Chrome's just being a dick. Hold on. God, Chrome is shit sometimes, guys. But Chrome works the best with YouTube, so it's just annoying. Okay, here we go. Oh no, it's doing it again. Look at this guy. No, it's definitely, never mind. It's definitely the other thing. It's definitely Twitter because it keeps glitching. The media could not be played. Okay. I'm over it. I'm over it, guys. I'm over it. He doesn't look well. My internet's apparently, or well, Twitter is not well. Muted. Oh, it's just that it just wasn't working anymore. It decided it doesn't want. I think like Twitter is over how much I made fun of Biden tonight. I was like, you know what? This guy can't take it anymore. Quit being so mean to him. Why you gotta be so mean to Biden? So this poor old man. This poor old man. Let's see. I tried to like lessen it and see if it works, and it still doesn't work. Oh, you know what? Maybe if I go to the main video. My goodness, nothing wants to work. Oh well, whatever. Okay. You guys have seen it before. I love you guys. Thank you everyone for joining me tonight. It's been really fun hanging out with you guys. I can't believe I went for 3 hours and 15 minutes. It's been a long stream tonight. Come back and hang out with me on Friday, especially if you got thoroughly depressed about pedo Jared, aka the Subway dude. I talk about really good things on Fridays at 2 p.m. Eastern. We talk about good humans, cute animals, all sorts of cute stuff. Russell says, I haven't seen it. Here you go, Russell. I'm going to put this in the Rumble chat for you. Go for it. There you go. You can go watch it yourself. Yeah, come back and hang out. 2 p.m. Eastern on Fridays. We talk about good things. We keep it chill. We talk about turtle love and, zombie Jonathan, all that good stuff. All the good things that we don't talk about on this show. Because we need to, remember that there's good people out there, too. There's disgusting people like Jared, and then there's good people. So we gotta do it. I don't know what your name is. This is Love Your Vibe, but I appreciate it. I've seen your comments in the chat today, and I've seen you be very supportive. So I appreciate you, Mr. Square something. I don't know what that is. I don't know what to call you, but thank you. Thank you for the love. Come back and hang out with me on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern. His name is Square. What? How do you pronounce that? I don't know what to say. Russell is Roseanne Barr's alter ego. Wow. I do love Roseanne Barr. Is that why I love Russell Hall too? That kind of makes sense. Pause? His name is Pause? Pause. Name is made up of weird characters that don't show on some platforms, so LOL. Okay, well, I'm just going to call you Mr. No Name. Thank you, Mr. No Name. Welcome to the channel. Outside, at least they didn't go with Rosie O'Donnell. Pause. His name is Pause. Okay, Mr. Pause. Thanks, Mr. Pause. All right. You guys have been great. Thank you so very much. Oh, by the way, last thing. We're not going to read it. Just want to give you guys a heads up. Neil Gaiman has been accused of sexual assault. And we're gonna end it up on that note. Terrible things. We'll talk about it again. Maybe I'll cover that on Monday. Maybe I'll make a video about it. But yeah, he's been accused of sexual assault. I know that's fucked up, and I shouldn't laugh at that. But sorry, Neil Gaiman. I am shocked. Says Grumpy. Neil Diamond? No, not Neil Diamond. Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman. Yes, we're on prep watch. We're on hurricane watch. I am prepped, Darren. I got my Jenny. I got my flashlights charged. I'm ready. I'm ready for hurricane barrel to barrel down on Cancun. I'm ready. And if some shit goes down, I'll be sure to send you guys some pictures and videos. Oh, you know what? That reminds me, actually. It's possible that I may not have the internet on Friday and do Infinite Hope. Obviously, if I do, giddy up, we'll do the Infinite Hope thing. But if I don't, then that might make it difficult to stream. So hopefully I'll have internet. And hopefully I'll have internet tomorrow to be able to prep the show. Otherwise, we'll have to go live, live, and do it with no prep. So, God knows. God knows what's going to happen. I guess we'll see, right? God willing, we'll have a show. God willing. I'll send you guys all smoke signals. We're doing it live. Hurricane. Yeah, man. Hurricane barrels heading our way. Here, let's check it out. We'll do a little live viewing. Hang on a second. Let me see, what is that thing called? 1 second. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna look up Zoom Earth hurricane. What is it? Barrel. Okay, here we go. Let me share my screen so you guys can see where it's at. Okay, so it just hit Jamaica. There it is, barrel. Wow. Poor Jamaica. Jamaica got really screwed. They hit them right. It was bad. It's coming this way. There's Cancun. See, we're not really in its path of wreckage. We're just going to get the ends. This is the wrecking path that is happening here. Now, if you zoom out, you can see there's another one forming here near Acapulco. And I think there was another one forming here earlier, but that one dissipated. So thank God, because there was another one forming right there. But that one seems to have been gone. But this motherfucker is heading towards us right now. Cone of uncertainty here. It says basically forecast. It's turned to Cat 1. It was Cat 2 earlier. It says Friday at 7. It said Cat 2 earlier. Now it's turned into Cat 1. And it's saying it because earlier it was saying that it was going to be at 2 p.m. It was going to be hidden around here. So it's changed a little bit since I looked at it. It's going to be Thursday, 1900. It's supposed to be here. Going to make touchdown around here later on. So hopefully it won't turn up and go, Merida is going to be screwed. If they're in Tulum, which is around here, there it is. Tulum is fucked. They're going to get screwed. There you go. There's the hurricane watch. You're a hurricane vet? So am I now. I've survived a few. I've actually, meaning like, I've survived Hurricane Delta, and I consider myself a hurricane vet now. Oh my God. So there you go. Hurricane Delta, when it hit, was like, it was Cat 4. That was crazy. So yeah, there we go. Pray for everyone around that this is going to affect, because this will affect a lot of people in Mexico. This is not going to be a fun hurricane. This year is going to be messed up. This is going to be one of those crazy hurricane years. But I will keep you all posted. And again, thank you everyone for joining me tonight. We had a big turnout tonight, and it was really awesome to see all of you guys. Special thanks to those of you who super chatted, became a member, gifted memberships, all that good stuff, because it helps provide, for the studio and everything. Thank you so much for helping the channel in the way that you do. I appreciate all of you. Thank you and good night. And Russell, don't worry, I'll take a look and see what that whole thing was. Wait, what was your name again? Something about quack quack or something? What was it? I think I took a picture of that. Russell goes quack quack something. I think that was it. Hold on. Let me see. What did I think I took a picture of it. Kate McFadden holding a goat, holding a spectulum. Wait, what? What was your name again? I forget. Something about a duck goes quack quack. Anyways, I'll look it up. Hopefully I can find what happened with you, Russell. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you next time. The duck goes quack quack. Oh, okay. The duck goes quack quack. Okay, I'll look it up. Something about Gates McFadden too, right? I'm the one with Gates McFadden in the white coat holding a spectrum. Okay. I'll look it up. Bye, you guys. Have a good one, everybody. Bye.